As you guys come in, hit that like, hit that like, hit that like, baby. Casey, what time is it, baby?
It's game time.
Well, let's go then. Yes, sir. Welcome to Hood Sox Sunday evening. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Yes, sir.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me.
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
Amazon's calling you again.
I want them Stacey Adams back. Everybody give it up for Nate No Face, baby. On the hook. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to my dog JoJo. Hey, hey. What the fuck, man? I gotta put this on airplane mode.
I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move. Burning to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof. Hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang abonic. Hang with the rules or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain.
Hey, rated R, I see you, dog.
Dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Sick with it. King Frankie 47, I see you, my dog. Rated R is in the building. JoJo, I see you. That's my dog right there. Baldwin Park in the house. East side to be exact.
Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another tear.
I love in there, man. Make sure all you guys, hey, Boyle Heights, man. East Los, Boyle Heights. What up, my dog? I appreciate all the support from you, my G. Always tapping in, always showing love. Look, we got old school John McHugh right there, man. That dude been supporting for years already. And I'm so blessed, man. So blessed to still have you guys around. And I know there's times that we've lost each other, you know what I mean? But it's always good to see familiar handles up on there. And I'm glad to see some of you guys back, man. Life happens sometimes, and yeah, JoJo, I see you, my dog. Yeah, they were calling me up, bro, because so what I did is I ordered some Stacey Adams from Amazon, bro, and I messed up because I forget that Stacey Adams always runs a half size big, so I ordered 11s. And then I was like, oh, fuck, man, I forgot these things run half size big. So when I went to return them, I got the old box of my Stacey Adams, and I returned my old dusty Stacey Adams. So I've been paranoid ever since, bro. And I get all these
Better send the Amazon Hooters on you, Holmes.
Which I've been looking out the window, bro, and I see this van out there. I'm sure it's got to be, you know what I mean?
My wife's got connection with Amazon, Holmes, so
Is that right?
throwing a good word, Holmes.
Tell them I'm sorry.
They knock on the door when she doesn't order nothing. Like, hey, is everything all right? Oh, my God, Holmes.
Oh man.
You know.
I wonder who's worse, me or your wife. I order so much stuff from there. It's crazy. I hear what you're saying. It's funny because my girl clowns me about that.
About ordering?
Like, what the fuck you got now?
Yeah, what you got now?
But I always order stuff for the podcast. I always order just different things.
Yeah.
And I ain't got to go nowhere, bro. I love it, you know? But anyways, everybody, I see you tapped in right now, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Today we got a very, very special guest. We got an OG out of San Gabriel Valley, man. This dude been through some things and he's doing some big things now. I want everybody to raise up off your futons and give it up for the OG, Ray Popeye Corona. Let's go, baby.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, doggy. Yeah.
Gracias.
A ti, doggy. A ti. I mean, and so what else does Mr. Popeye Ray do?
Well, I got an awesome podcast, and if you guys ever want to check out a podcast, Third Man in the Ring. Third Man in the Ring, one word. It's mostly about sports, retired fighters, retired MMA fighters, positive testimonies. But just last week I hit 20,000 subscribers. To you, that's nothing, Holmes.
That's
nothing,
huge, bro.
But hey, you know what I mean? I was like jumping for joy, Holmes.
That's amazing, brother.
I was blessed. I'm blessed to have that,
And it's a perfect podcast for an individual that is the third man in the ring.
Yeah,
you have
professional
access.
boxing referee.
You have professional boxing referee, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you. All glory to God, Holmes.
Is that only for the WBO or is it across all?
I've refereed all over the world, and a real quick praise report. I put it out there on my Instagram that I finally got accepted into Las Vegas, bro. I could never referee in Las Vegas because I'm an ex-felon.
Oh,
they don't allow felons in the gaming states. But mind you, I've been out of prison 42 years, Holmes.
Yeah.
So, a lot of prayer and faith, and just they called me out of left field. It was funny. I work graveyard, so I go to sleep about 6 p.m. And, the phone rang, and everybody knows I go to sleep at that time. So I go, what? Who's this? And they go, oh, excuse me, this is so-and-so from Las Vegas, Nevada State Athletic Commission. I go, whoa, I'm sorry.
Let me get Ray for you.
Yeah, and they just
this is his son, his grouchy son.
Yeah. And they just, the conversation was 30 minutes long, but all I remember is we'd like you to come referee in Nevada.
Let's go, baby.
That's right. That's what I did, I was in my calzones and I was like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing, brother.
Did you do the Tom Cruise and slide through in your socks?
Pretty much. But yeah, I was,
Congratulations,
it was just
brother.
A bucket list, you know what I mean?
That's amazing.
I want to do that.
We're going to see you in the big fights now. Not that
That
you
is
haven't
good,
been in
yeah.
the big fights, but Vegas is the place to be.
Yeah, well, California has the most MMA and boxing in the world. We have more shows than anybody, but Nevada has the mega fights.
Yes.
We'll have maybe one or two mega fights here. They have majority of the mega fights.
And mega fights means?
Just means mega fights to me,
Mega checks.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Does the money go up?
If it's a title fight, yeah.
Okay.
You get paid by the show. But if you do a title fight, then you get paid by the title fight.
Damn.
Yeah.
And what does that look like, out of curiosity? Just a ballpark figure.
It could go from 4 to 5,000. They should pay us more. I'm saying. I'm not complaining.
Fuck
but
yeah, bro.
Yeah, these are $1 million purses, Holmes.
And you guys should be tipped by either fighter.
Nah, they wouldn't. You can't do that. Then right away people start
Cheating the system.
Cheating,
but isn't boxing a corrupt system already?
It's not corrupt, Holmes. What I like to say, it's a lot of politics. But corruption with all the cameras, with all the videos, you'd be stupid to cheat for somebody, Holmes.
But politics is corruption.
Okay, to a sense, but you go to Little League, you got the coach's son pitching, and he can't even pitch for crap, bro.
Okay.
But because of politics, he's the
Okay.
pitcher, bro.
Which other with the other parents look at it as corruption.
Yeah. All right. Call it that. Call
Yeah.
it.
No, I'm not trying to fight you over this.
No,
brother.
no.
You know what
I mean, I'm just
I'll
saying.
probably lose.
But when somebody says it's a fixed fight, as God is my witness, bro. I've been a referee since 1998. I've never seen anybody say, "Hey, fall for this guy," or go down for him, or carry him. I've never seen that. Now, mind you, when you build a fighter, you don't throw him in the den of lions right away. You got to pick his fight. So, but one punch can change anything.
100%.
One of the biggest fights I did, Fundura, he just fought last night, the Towering Inferno. He fought in Carson on Showtime, and he was beating the hell out of Mendoza for 8 rounds, bro. Just beating the hell out of him. I was looking for a way to get Mendoza out of the fight, but he kept coming. But Fundura, man, this guy's 6'6", babes. He's just huge, and this Mendoza's maybe 5'9", and even the commission says, Ray, when they do this, like, you got to find a way to get this guy out of the fight. Anyways, this guy Mendoza comes out in the 8th round and just catches him, bop, 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 knocked him out, bro.
And that
So
was the
one
dude,
punch.
And that was the dude that you were told to keep an eye on because he was getting fucked up.
Yeah. So one punch can change the whole. You know what I mean?
And this weekend was not your ordinary weekend. It was a big fight weekend, right?
Big fight card, MMA as well.
Yeah, I watched that. And so you were refereeing last night.
No, I didn't. I didn't work last night. It was good. It's gonna be my birthday.
Okay.
Anybody wants to? I wear 40, 32, size 10.5 shoes. But anyways, it was my birthday. It was gonna be my birthday, and my wife says, "You know what? I'm gonna take you to the comedy club." I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was like, I want to watch the fights, But when the wife says something, bro, you got to do it, Holmes. You know what I mean?
She's
and
selfish,
I didn't regret
bro.
it. I didn't
She's
regret
selfish,
it.
bro.
Like, that's what I said, Holmes. But
I'm just kidding, brother.
But
his wife is sitting right there. All blessings.
Beautiful.
And, yes,
A baby doll.
Yeah, you scored, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, you must have been the referee on that bout with the other guy trying to get her.
Yeah. Hey, it literally went like that too, Holmes.
I believe it. Maybe we can get into that story. So there's no corruption in boxing. It's just politics, and sometimes they happen to fuck it up.
Yeah.
To fuck a card up.
Yeah.
Do you think those dudes are ever got a little taint in them? You know what I mean? Somebody, a big promoter walked by him and said, "Hey, Popeye Ray, you dropped something right there." You look down, you see a big old roll of cash. Do you ever think that shit like that happens?
Nah. You'd be stupid to throw, any referee to be stupid to throw his career away behind that.
Yeah.
I'm serious, Holmes. I've been all over the world. A street kid raised in the juvenile hall, youth authority prison, to be going to Russia, Croatia, Bangkok, Thailand, Mexico. I lost count of how many times I've been to Mexico, Puerto Rico, Panama. To get paid to do these things, Holmes, I would give away my career for one fight.
100%.
You know what I mean? It'd be stupid, Holmes.
So let's end this like this then. You can only speak for yourself.
I
you
would
can
like
only
to
speak for your integrity.
Okay,
You
yeah.
as an individual.
Well, I know California, the officials here. I know them personally, and I know a few from Nevada. Now, let me say, if you think the referee made a bad call or he's favoring somebody, I guess, But in California, Andy Foster, the executive officer of California, who is known all over the world, he always tells us, if you bring shame or embarrassment or any controversy to my state, you will not work. We're not employees, bro.
Yeah. You're subcontractors.
Yes. He don't have to use
So
us,
they'll go to somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he tells us that you bring any shame, embarrassment, or media calling me behind your call, and I think that you're wrong as a referee, you won't work.
Okay. So I think what it is never do we ever think, I mean, there's probably a little shade thrown once in a while on a referee in regards to he started late on the count, little stuff like that. But, but the major shade is thrown on them dudes that are keeping the cards that we don't ever see their little faces, homie. You know what I mean?
So I got to hook you up with Fernie. Fernando Villarreal, he's from Eastside Portland. Good vato, from the SGV. He's ranked number 1 in the world.
Okay.
Number 1 judge in the world.
Okay.
And you know what? You talk to a judge, he'll tell you like it is. And he's a homie.
Okay. I'd love to have him on, brother. I guess we'll just leave it at that then. He'd probably be the person to have that conversation with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about last night. Let's talk. I wanted to,
Well, before you get started, homie.
Yeah.
I can only speak on the past fights. I can't speak on upcoming fights because what if I get blessed with that fight and there's a controversial call? They're gonna say, "Hey, Popeye Ray said this about that fighter."
100%.
You know what I mean?
And my bad for my boy Andrew from Prime Equity Mortgage wanted me to answer that question.
Okay.
He goes, "Hey, look, there's going to be there's a lot of dudes that love this guy that's on you have it on that loves Popeye Ray. He got a plethora of fucking information and this, that, the other. Ask him if any ever fixed fight." But now that while I was asking, I was like, well, he can't say nothing bad about that because I'd be jeopardizing his job. So I apologize for presenting you that, and thank God you don't.
I truly, I'm saying honest from the heart. I can't see a referee throwing his career away. I can't.
Yeah.
Just not right now. Again, maybe in the 50s or 40s when the mob was involved, when there's no cameras, no videos. Now, everybody will drop dime in a second, bro.
Yeah.
And not to mention, again, everything's recorded. You can't get away with nothing,
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
You know what I mean? Like a couple weeks back, I got running the red light, You know what I mean?
And you never got pulled over.
You know what I mean? And there's too many cameras, bro. But politics, there's politics. You go to a club fight. Well, when I seen you at the bare knuckle, I seen it. Some of those guys can be world champion. Really, they got skills.
Those bare knuckle dudes?
But because they don't got the right managers, that's all they'll ever be is a club fighter. Damn. Same with some of the boxers. Same with some of the MMA guys. So is that corrupt or is it politics? It's politics, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I'm a manager and I got you that likes to box but don't like to brawl, I'm not going to give you somebody that's going to brawl. I'm going to give you somebody that's going to be there. I want you to win. So I'm going to get you somebody you better win. But doesn't mean you will win, but you're good until you get them to the top spot. And then, you're up there. You got to fight now. You know what I mean? You got to prove yourself,
What do you think? You've refereed those bare knuckle fights, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen you on that stage before. What do you think of that bare knuckle fighting, bro? And next to boxing, bro.
Where were they at when I was young? Sheesh.
You'd have been in there?
Oh my God. But it's pretty vicious. There's a lot of cuts. In boxing, you'll have two. In boxing and MMA, you have two doctors in the back stitching. In bare knuckle, there was 4 doctors in the back stitching at all times.
Yeah.
So it's real brutal. Got a lot of hand injuries, a lot of eye socket. You're gonna get cut, bro. Knuckle to knuckle, and then mind you, bro, these are guys that are in shape. So it's a little bit different than even a street fight. In a street fight, you got to put your beard down or whatever, put your leño down or put the straw down and get them up. You might last 2 minutes.
If you're lucky, yeah.
If you're lucky.
And that's a long fight.
That's right,
A 2-minute fight on the streets is a long fight.
Long fight.
Yeah.
But you go to these guys that are in bare knuckle, bro, they're going 5 rounds.
It's nuts, bro.
Bone on bone, bro, and that hurts,
Shit.
That hurts.
I want to give a big shout out to my boy, a bare knuckle fighter, Vinny Familari. He actually trains my girls in Muay Thai.
There you go.
I don't know if you ever heard of Vinny, man. He's a good dude, man. And I went. That night he was fighting. You were there.
Is he from SGV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
Vinny.
know him.
Yeah, man.
I definitely reached out to him because
he broke both his hands in the first round.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I wish him all the luck, but sometimes hand injuries, they haunt you for the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so the owner.
But your kids are in Muay Thai, huh?
Yeah, with Vinny, yeah.
Good for you, bro.
Absolutely.
And in my opinion, every man should teach his children to defend themselves. Walk away at all costs, but defend themselves, bro.
Well, it gives you the, and I wish I would have, and a lot of hood kids are kids that were brought up in a certain environment, inner city. I wish there was free programs for them, bro. Because
in my days they were, but nowadays,
yeah, because I feel like it gives a young person the confidence. Be like, fool, I can fuck you up, homie. But
right.
You know what? Today I'm gonna play the Street Fighter video games over here. I'm not even worried about you. Less of a pressure case.
Yes.
Or to pick up a gun because they can't fight. Yeah, it's important. And
I mean, boys, especially boys, they want to be respected and amongst their peers. So when you're walk with the fellas and somebody wants to act stupid, well, all right, if this is what you want, let's do it,
Yeah.
That's the way I grew up, man. We fought as friends all the time,
Yeah.
But it's a different world now. I remember you asked one of your guests about the days of then. He was my age, and now which one is worse? In my days, I think it was tougher, but in these days, it's crazier. if you can get the difference, I guess,
Well, I think the better comparison would be to compare not these days we're in right now, but your days to the 90s. That's what I usually compare it.
Well, that was still my days, eh?
They were still your days. Okay. Yeah.
I stopped doing my thing in 97.
Well, good for you, bro.
The wife,
Yeah. Have you been together that long?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Almost 28 years, bro. 28 years,
It's amazing.
Still beautiful, eh?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And she's pretty too, eh?
Neither of you are aging. What the hell? Shoot, the homie, he was just telling me, and happy birthday to Popeye.
Thank you.
How old?
62, Holmes.
62.
1 week, eh? 62.
Come on, man.
Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal. That's right.
Yeah, man. So I want to get back to what we were talking about Bare Knuckle. You know what? I was talking to the owner of Bare Knuckle. What's that dude's name again?
I'm supposed to interview him too again.
He was supposed to pull up in an interview too. Not pull up. We never booked a date, but he agreed. Said, "Yeah, I'll do Hood Stocks." But he's a busy man. He's all over the world.
Yeah, he's
kind of like the new baby Dana White in a sense. You know what I mean?
It's blowing up, bro.
Yeah. But I was watching him in an interview, and he was trying to say that bare knuckle fighting is safer than boxing. And you know what? I'm no professional in this, bro. But just off the top, my gut says, fuck no, bare knuckle fighting is... Because he was just saying, you're going to get hit all these years. I mean, you're going to get 1,000 times compared to getting hit 5 really hard times. I mean...
I'm not a doctor on, but I kind of agree with him.
You think so?
Yes. Well, you know what? I was just telling your editor, I forget his name. If we can get serious for a minute, my homeboy Toro Martinez, man, 19-0, 12 knockouts. And you know what, bro? He was a crowd pleaser. Get dropped and get up and so he had a lot of brain damage, bro. And then he gets out, he retires, gets in all these fist fights and, gang banging and staples in his head. This past Sunday, I miss you, Mio, I love you. He walks off the bridge on the 10 freeway, takes his life.
He was the one that did that on the 57?
No, it was on the 10.
No, the 10 freeway.
Right off the 605 to the transition to the 10, the highest part too, bro.
I know where that's at.
Yeah.
The 605, damn,
That
bro.
broke my heart, bro. I broke my
First
heart.
off, my condolences.
And you know what?
To you, his family, supporters, everybody, bro. 100% my condolences. Bro, that freeway is...
That's the highest part, bro. It's crazy high, bro. Even when I drive on there, I'm scared to go too fast, I'm a
Same here.
troquero, Holmes,
Yeah.
But it just breaks my heart because I was telling your editor that our culture, especially the raza, I ain't gonna show weakness. You know what? If I could spit in game at you guys, man, when you see a camarada that's struggling in his walk, his talk, reach out to him, bro. Because like we were saying, there's gonna be better days, and Toro just wouldn't reach out to nobody, bro. And again, bro, you're talking about a street tough vato, Holmes. I mean, even the enemies, Holmes. The enemies from my barrio recognized him and acknowledged him, and man, he's been in some freaking wars, Holmes.
Yeah,
And he just, he was struggling with depression, Holmes, and he just casually parked his car 12 in the afternoon Sunday, just casually walked off. Man.
Wow.
So yeah, I just, but hey, I love you, Toro, and hey, everybody reach out to friends when they're struggling, Depression is real, bro.
You familiar with Paulie's Project?
Yes, he was telling me that he committed suicide as well, huh?
Drove off a cliff of a mountain, bro.
Yeah.
But
remember Junior Seau he's a little young. Yeah, he tried to do that too. He did go off the cliff, but he lived.
I think Junior Seau was the first one getting diagnosed with CTE, if I'm correct.
Yes.
When they really started, the conversation started like evolving and, gaining traction.
Well, on that note, boxers take more damage than a football player in a sense. I mean, if you're a lineman, you're going to get a lot of it. But if you're a running back, you're getting tackled. But boxers in sparring, they're getting hit every day in sparring, bro.
That's crazy, bro. You're right.
And then you go to the initial fight, and they're getting hit over 12 rounds continuously in the head, bro. Our brains ain't made for that,
So you're thinking, so then you agree with the owner of Bear. I'm trying to find a picture for you, brother. I'm not trying to
because it's like a street fight. In a street fight, all in all, you come home with a fat lip, maybe a couple stitches, and it's over with. And bare knuckles like a street fight. The only thing I could say that it caused a lot of damage is a lot of hands are getting broken, a lot of sockets, eye sockets are breaking, which are ending career injuries. But I think it is safer. I really do.
Trying to pull up a picture of someone that suffered a lot from CTE. I got a picture with Muhammad Ali when I was a baby.
I met him, bro, and yeah.
Can't find it. Yeah. Okay, well that's interesting, bro. You know what I mean? Because you're kind of like an insider. You know what I mean? You know better than I do. You know better than Casey does, and I respect it, bro. You know what I mean? So I just felt like, yeah, anyone that's in the business of that or that is trained and boxed and fought on that level or any professionally would know. Or have their opinion on that, right?
Yeah. Well, like you were saying, the street fights, in a street, in our, maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
These guys are going 5 rounds, and they're in top condition. But as far as serious injuries, it's mostly just to the face. Where in boxers, they're just going to the body, they're going to the head, and just continuous beatings.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, brother.
And even the MMA guys, when they spar, it's like 50% sparring hard because you can't kick a guy in the leg or get him in an arm lock and expect him to fight the next week.
Yeah.
You're all sore and beat up. Boxers, man, they get sparring, man, and they're in there trying to kill each other. Bro.
Yeah, they're in there trying to kill it, huh? Yeah. So
and you know what? We gotta. If I could push any boxer or any trainer, try to go, 50-50, man, in sparring. Save the kid, man. And my son, all my sons fought. All my sons, I have 5 sons, and all of them fought, but I didn't want to push them to professional because amateur is real safety. A lot of points. You get a bad bloody nose, they'll stop the fight. But in pros, now that's a different story. The gloves are smaller, all the weight's in the wrist, not in the, not in the front of the glove. Just like MMA, they say 8-ounce gloves. Well, 8 ounces are in the wrist, not in the front. Those things are like little casts, bro.
Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So it's a whole different game.
I feel like my boxing gloves that I buy for Amazon, all the weight's in the glove, bro. But that's an Amazon glove, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kitty gloves.
There you go.
Speaking of, I want to have continue a little bit of this conversation of the fights, and then we'll get into your story, brother. Once again, I appreciate you pulling up today, man. The stars aligned, man, and I'm happy to have you here, bro. It's a real honor, brother.
Thank you, homie.
Yeah, absolutely. So last night, UFC fight, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway fought.
I saw parts of it, bro.
Okay, it was their third fight.
BMF.
Yeah, their third fight is for the BMF. Dustin Poirier beat him the first 2 times, and it was a farewell. It was a farewell present to Dustin Poirier as well. They're fighting Louisiana, and Max Holloway, man, I think he's my favorite fighter now, bro, of the UFC. Because he started that thing with the BMF where he just, like, the last 10 seconds, he points down in the middle of the fucking thing, and then fools just chunk it. And Max Holloway was up. I think it was like 4-1, bro. 4 rounds to 1. So for him to do that the last one, you're taking his chance.
Yeah. And that's why he's a crowd pleaser.
Yes,
because he's very entertaining, bro. You know what I mean? He puts it all on the line. Hey, come on, let's do it. Let's end this on a good note. Props to him, man. Props to him.
And so then Max Holloway is 33. Dustin Poirier is 36, and he's retiring so he can. He said in his words, through the video, he wants to retire on his terms, not because they're telling him to retire because of medical things or so on and so forth, or maybe age. I don't know. Smart move, right?
Yeah.
Make the decision while you can still. You're cognitive to make the decision.
Well, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but unfortunately, the doctors say it usually doesn't start till after you retire. The damage will start showing after you retire.
What about Nate Diaz? What do you think of Nate Diaz? You think he's good?
Oh yeah. Well, but his skills are diminishing too. He's getting old.
No, I mean in regards to his bro. When I hear him talk, bro, I feel like I hear brain damage, bro.
I see him a lot. I don't want to see him, and then he socks me up.
100%, bro. So just be careful. Because if
Get
I
up.
saw him a lot,
I
I
did
wouldn't be
his
saying
fight.
shit.
I did, huh? Get off.
I wouldn't be saying shit, bro.
It was Popeye Ray said that. I didn't say that,
Because them dudes are real dudes, huh?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, him and his brother are
Like
real.
he's going to pay attention. And if he hears something crazy and he sees you,
Did you see when he was getting interviewed by the podcaster and the guy goes, "Hey, you think I can beat you?" And Nick goes, "You're a podcaster, bro." He goes, "You think you can beat me?" He goes, "I don't think so."
yeah,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Yeah, he's
Nick's a natural. In my opinion, he's a natural. Bro.
Nick, but I'm talking about Nate.
Nate, both of them.
Yeah.
Both
So
of them are
Nick's the older brother.
He's the oldest, and
Yeah.
he's kind of quiet and laid back. But you could tell when I've met him numerous times, bro, and he's for real. They're both for real. You know what I mean? They know how to get stupid if you want to get stupid. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
But I did his last boxing match when he fought at Anaheim. I did the Nate, yeah. When Nate fought, how do you pronounce his name? Like a French dude. He's Puerto Rican, but he has that weird last name.
Oh, you're talking about the brothers, the YouTubers?
Yeah, no. He fought the other MMA guy. This is their second fight, but I did their fight. I refereed it at
Okay, so
Anaheim.
look that up. Help us out with that, man.
I'm trying
I sent you a picture of that one.
Did you? Here,
Yeah,
let me pull up
I
the
sent
picture.
you a picture of that one.
Let's see.
But yeah, you could see that that Nate's it's catching up to him, bro. You can't keep getting hit.
Masvidal.
Yeah.
Oh,
fought Masvidal,
yeah, he
yeah.
fought Masvidal from Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, right there. Yeah.
And that good-looking guy in the middle.
Sick,
Come on,
bro.
that's
How
it.
was that fight, bro? How these two dudes? You got
But
what
they
do
really
call it?
don't like each other, huh?
No, 100%. Like they're both dogs, bro.
Yeah.
They're both dogs. You got the Masvidal from Miami. Yeah, I mean, I heard his parties are crazy out there too,
Yeah.
man. What do they call it? The gamer or the game or something? I forget.
And he started off as one of those backyard fighter, bro.
He
vicious,
started
bro.
back there with fucking the big black dude.
Yeah.
What's bro's name?
Kimbo.
Kimbo.
Kimbo
He started
started,
back with
yeah.
Kimbo Slice, killing it.
Man, he was sharp back then, bro.
You think those dudes are made different that come from backgrounds like that?
Made different in what way?
Made different in the sense of just being a dog because their background is just like backyard fighting, bro.
Backyard
It's like a
fighting.
street dude, a gang member, you know?
Yeah. That was Toro.
And
That
they're,
was
they're
him.
they're different dudes in comparison to the kid that was raised potentially with a good family and raised in a gym.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm not putting them down, but I know some boxers that I don't want to fight in the street. I'm a little scared. But no, those guys they'll get them up. They'll chuck them in a second. You know?
wow, this is a legendary fight right here, bro.
Yeah.
Even though, what do you think of these fights that put together? Jake Paul started this shit.
Yeah.
What do you think of these fights that they're putting together with UFC fighters?
It's a sellout.
It's
You know,
a sellout, right?
People love it, bro. People
And
love it.
when it's how much you get paid on that fight? Can I ask you that?
I think that was $3,500.
Damn, bro. Who the
And
fuck?
that was $1 million purse, Holmes.
That's
Kick
some
me down,
bullshit,
that's
bro.
it.
Like 10K. You should get an
At
easy
least,
10K,
Holmes.
bro.
At
Easy
least, yeah.
10K, bro. Damn, bro. I didn't know referees
you know
were
what?
so underpaid.
But on a good note, I got the best seat in the house, Holmes. I hear them talking to each other, all the, you know what I mean?
Tell me about this fight with Masvidal and Nate Diaz. I mean, was there shit being talked?
Oh,
Was it-
yeah. Yeah.
And is it distracting
for-
sometimes when you're trying to referee a fight? Or are you just so used to it?
I'm used to it, Holmes. And, as long as they keep it between the round and not do it after. But no, they were talking crap to each other. And then even after the fight was over, they were still talking crap. Nate still gave him the finger right to his face. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, whatever.
And Masvidal won that fight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Damn.
But it was a good fight, Holmes. It was a good fighting.
How does it?
I
Go
was
ahead.
just wondering, if Nate got in any kind of trouble, was he going to kick him or take him down or throw an elbow? I was kind of looking out for that because it was boxing, it wasn't MMA.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good fight, bro. And a lot of people went to see it. It was a sellout that day in Anaheim.
They only gave you $3,500. Do they at least fucking get you a hotel? The whole fucking
Well,
enchilada?
they take care of us, Holmes. They take care of us. We get fed. We get a hotel room. Like Oscar. I love Oscar. He's
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar. He's a little left field now.
Oh,
Holmes,
I
but-
love that dude, bro. He's my favorite dude right now. In the go ahead, bro.
promoters, huh?
Promoters, yeah.
Yeah, he's down to earth, Holmes. He's down to earth, and he's always treated me well, and he treats all the California officials well.
What do you think of the little beef that he had with Baranga? What's his name? Baranga. Baranga, and then Baranga in the press conference.
Who had the last laugh, you know?
Yeah, right. Baranga pulled off the high heels and the fishnets, threw him at Oscar. And I mean, how do you feel, bro, when Baranga, he's a cocky, young Puerto Rican, New Yorker dude. He's trying to come up. He lost against Canelo, right? And now he's on. And now he's
down in this last fight.
Yeah, and then now I believe he's in his camp now, and he's going at. I mean, like, what do you think when these dudes are going, young dudes are going at a legend like Oscar De La Hoya, regardless if the homie was on a sick one, bro, with fucking fishnets on? You know what I mean? He's living his best life.
I'm not into the crap talking, bro. I'm not. I don't see any reason for it. But you know, Oscar came back at him, right? You know, Oscar came back at him, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And who had the last life? You know, Oscar had that wig on. He goes, "Who got their ass kicked?" You know what I mean? You know that had to hurt, Holmes. You know that had to hurt.
Oh, that shit.
He could have even added more and put some fishnet on and just said, "Hey, who got socked up?" You know.
I fell out my seat when I seen Oscar do that, bro.
You know, he brings the game up just up a little higher, you know. So you know, what are you gonna do, man?
Check this out right here. Right here, there he is.
Oh, there he goes right there.
There you are.
How does it feel to be in that moment, that stage like that, bro? Even though you're not fighting, but you're the third man in the ring, bro. How does that feel, man?
Oh, I love it, Holmes. I love it. It's very exciting, very
Look at you. Look at you. Shit. We're looking at the referee because he's sitting right in front of us. Fuck these dudes fighting. Where's Ray at? Cameraman?
You know who you got to get on here too, Holmes? Mike Beltran.
Oh, I'd love to have him on, brother. I was going to ask you about it. I got a note on him right here, bro.
Yeah,
I'd love to have him on.
He's a good dude, Holmes.
Hey,
Don't believe all that stupidity, eh?
I ain't tripping, bro. I know, you know what, I'm not worried. You know who he's good friends with? He's good friends with the comedian. Our comedian that's been on here a bunch of times. I don't know, one time, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart right now.
Wow.
I'll think of his name right now. Let me get back to my notes right here. Yeah, so, this is what I wanted to ask you. When Nate Diaz is on that particular fight right there, bro, is it just a bunch of taps he's giving the dudes? Or is there anything behind those punches? Because it seems like he's just like...
But that's the way he does it in MMA too. He never really... It's just what it is. He's heavy-handed, you know? And only to say, even though I've never been hit by him, he knocks these guys out in MMA with the same kind of... He's just the type, he's just on you, bro. It's just, he's really awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he has to be heavy-handed because the proof's in the pudding, Holmes. He's knocked out some few people, you know?
But so it's kind of like a technique of just softening up the meat in a sense, huh?
Pretty much. You know, you keep getting hit in the same spot.
Tenderizing it, right?
All right, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Tenderizing the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You were before we get into your story, bro. One last thing. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Did you ref that fight?
Yeah.
How is that, bro?
When it wasn't nothing until I got in the ring with Mike Tyson, and you know how he walks back and forth in his corner. I go, wow, that's Mike Tyson, eh? But once the fight started and Mike hit Roy Jones one time, I think Roy Jones like whoa, this guy hits too hard, eh? And he was just on the run, holding, and it was an exhibition, so I couldn't do nothing but just, hey, stop holding, you know? And one time I told him, stop holding. I guess Mike thought it was me telling him. He turned around, he goes, I'm not holding, he's holding. I'm like, all right, be cool, bro. You know what I mean? But no, Mike was good, man. Mike was a good dude. And Roy Jones was too, but Roy didn't want nothing.
He didn't want none, huh?
Yeah, that boy hits too hard. Man.
I felt bad watching the fight but it gave me respect for fucking Jake Paul when he took the fight with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Because you can tell clearly. You see Mike Tyson biting his gloves with that Jake Paul fight? Biting the fuck out of his gloves. But they said he's always done that, you know what I mean? And then they said, hey, Mike, what's up with you biting gloves? He's like, oh, it's an oral fixation, you know? Was he biting his gloves in that fight too?
No, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that.
He's biting the fuck out of his gloves, man.
Getting down right there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. There we go right there. Oh, you got the mask on, bro?
Yeah, it was during the COVID, eh?
Oh,
I was high as hell, too, Holmes.
Were you smoking?
Snoop Dogg was like sitting there just nonstop smoking Yeska, Holmes, and I'm like, dang, I'm feeling feeling comfortable here, eh?
Hell yeah, bro. And so Roy Jones held that. I forget.
Yeah, he just kept holding on.
And Mike Tyson still had the little motherfucking oomph in his shit, right?
Yeah.
That's what I love, Mike, man. Have you ever listened to his podcast, the
Yes.
Hot Box? He's a trippy
He
dude.
keeps
huh?
telling me he's gonna come on in my podcast, but I just can't nail him down, Holmes.
You know, for sure. He's he's probably a tough dude to nail down. He's got so much going on.
He's had a rough life, Holmes.
100%, bro.
Then that I have my granddaughters, I love my grandkids, but man, he lost his daughter. She was only 4 years old. He lost that. I don't even know how they asked him on a podcast, how do you get over that? And he goes, you don't.
Yeah.
And that hit home, man.
Yeah, you don't. Casey, let's do this. Let's pay bills, and we're gonna be right back with Popeye Ray's story of how he got to the point that he's at right now.
All right, let's get to it, guys. What's up? Hey, here we go. Shockaware. It's more than streetwear. It's a culture, a lifestyle rooted in individuality and self-expression through clothes. All right, we want you to go to shockaware.com, and use code HoodStocks15. All right, shockaware.com. Use code HoodStocks15. It's that simple. All right. Looking for some good quality cannabis? Killer quality cannabis. Hit up the folks at Killakush. They specialize in bringing you everything from OG to exotic. They got it all, baby. So hit them up at killakushcali@gmail.com or on Instagram at killakush.Los Angeles. All right. Or you can hit them up at Drip Fits Apparel in the city of Whittier, all right, for the latest Killakush merch and Hoodstocks merch, right? 13800 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, California is where you can find Drip Fits Apparel, all right? 18300 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, California. That's killakushcali@gmail.com, all right, guys? Check this out. Blue Magic Honey, right here. Royalty honey packs for when you need to go from I'm tired to I'm him, all right? It's that simple, all right? Slide through to royalhoneydeal.com and thank us later. Use code LUCKY for 25% off. Dude, that's royalhoneydeal.com and you use code LUCKY for 25% off. That's an amazing deal. I need you guys to go hit that website right now, all right? We're calling all bakers and chefs. Upgrade your kitchen with Origin Bakery and Restaurant equipment, right? Ovens, mixers, and more at unbeatable prices. Visit them in the city of South El Monte, or you could call them at 626-579-3580 to level up your culinary game now, all right? That's Origin Bakery equipment. All right, caught up and need backup? Call Doug Sherrod, the King Kong of criminal defense. He's beating cases and going apeshit in the courtroom, so you don't have to, all right? Tap in with KingKongLawyer.com and lawyer up like a beast. KingKongLawyer.com, all right? Hey, shout out to our new sponsor, Venice Kush, all right? Your go-to cannabis shop on the Venice Beach Boardwalk, all right? Right there. Find them at 1827 Oceanfront Walk, all right? That's right next to the new Marathon Burger. It's right next door, all right? So call them at 424-238-5476. Or you could hit them up on Instagram, Venice Kush Shop, right? That's at Venice Kush Shop. But when you go to the location on 1827 Oceanfront Walk, dude, if you mention Hoodstocks, you get a free gram of flour or an edible brownie. I mean, dude, the savings just continue here, guys. Like, I just continue to give you guys savings. Please hit them up, all right? That's Venice Kush, right? Venice Beach Boardwalk, baby. 1827 Oceanfront Walk. It's that easy. Mention Hoodstocks, all right? All right, new sponsor. He's back, all right? It's officially a buyer's market, guys, all right? Home prices are softer, and that means opportunity. That's opportunity, baby. If you're a homeowner, now's the time to consolidate debt before your property value drops, okay? If you're looking to buy, get pre-approved so you can strike fast when the deals hit, okay? Andrew Quezada and his team at Prime Equity Mortgage work with 50-plus banks and have helped thousands of families in the last 15 years, all right? Call him at 626-825-6565, or you could follow him at andrewquezada.homeloans on IG. That's at ANDREWQUEZADA.homeloans on Instagram and TikTok, all right? It's that simple. Call him right now, 626-825-6565, all right? Lastly, want to shout out Lux Tattoos, right? Hit them up for that fresh ink on Instagram at LUXX_tattoos_, all right? Hey, Hoodstocks merch, www.50racks.com.
All right, good job, Casey. Let's go. It's game time. It's time to get in this, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. All 400 people, man. Appreciate you making time on this Sunday early evening. Once again, hit that like. So, We got a chance to talk about, a little bit about what you're doing now, man. But it wasn't all peaches and cream from the beginning, huh?
No, bro.
Listen, I'd like to start from the beginning, man. And I didn't realize until you sent me that. I want to throw this in before I hand the ball to you. I didn't realize when you sent me your CDC ID. You got a C number, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty old school right there.
Yeah.
That's back in the day, right there.
And we got a youth authority number before that, eh?
Yeah. Well, let's get into it, brother. How you were brought up, and the journey you've taken in life to get to where you're at now.
Well, I grew up in Bassett, right there in San Gabriel, and I don't have any blood brothers, but I have cousins, and they were all from the barrio Bassett Grande, and we just grew up in the gay culture. You know how that goes, gang culture. But I guess my trouble started with my mom. May she rest in peace. But I guess the best way I can put it, bro, she was very physically abusive and very promiscuous, and it just caused a lot of problems, growing up. And not liking, I guess, like the wife clowns me, you got mom issues,
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, bro, she used to leave the door open, when she'd have these things with these men, and then after, she'd come out and beat our asses, and pretty much say it's because of us she had to do it,
Whoa. Okay.
And mind you, in the 70s, 71, 72, you could hit your kids in the street and nobody would do nothing, bro.
Shit, you can beat the shit out of them. I was getting my ass beat all through the 80s.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was in kindergarten, I went to Tracy Elementary School in Baldwin Park, and the police showed up. And they asked me, who did this to you? And, my mom, And they didn't arrest her, but they took me away. And that was the first time I went to a foster home. But I remember my mom came and right in front of the cops, she says, if you do that again, I'll do it again. It really hit home, bro, because, I was scared. I ended up going to McLaren Hall. And that was like a foster home, but it was a building. So it wasn't any people's home. It was where all the kids went that nobody wanted, So that
Where's that at?
in El Monte. Used to be a big McLaren Hall, bro. It was like a notorious little camp there, man. A big block wall. So, just a lot of drama with my mom. I had many fathers, a lot of boyfriends in her life. Nobody bothered me. I was never molested or anything. And my sisters had it even worse, because she used to beat them viciously,
Where was your pops at, bro?
He lived in Mexico. I didn't meet him till I was 14. He came to Youth Authority to meet me, to visit me, and he just was never in my life. I find he's around now. He's in Hesperia, but through my life though, he would send me money. So I always knew of him. I communicated on the phone with him, but he was never in my life.
Can I go back to something, bro? You said, you said your mom would leave the door open.
To this day, I don't know why.
What I don't want, I know it might be, if you're saying what I think you're saying, then it's
I've seen her having sex with these men, and for a little boy to see that, it just.
Would you want to look away, or would you just are kids curious, what the fuck's going on in there,
Well, that's what it is. Me and my sisters we'd see, and I don't remember standing there and just staring, but she left the door clearly open, and I just never, to this day, I don't understand why she did it. But again, she'd come out after the men would leave. She'd come out and start hitting all of us, and just, it's because of you guys I have to do this. So obviously it was a survival thing. Obviously it was obviously she was getting paid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She was making money. But why she took it out on us, I don't know. She finally met my stepdad, who was probably the most influential person of a man, and he was a Christian. But she even screwed that up, and he finally left her too. But he was a good dude, Lee Silva. Rest in peace.
Was she under the influence of anything?
No, bro. And funny that my mom I never heard her cuss. I never heard her drink. I never seen her drink. She was just an angry woman. Very attractive, obviously, that she was making money, but she just very angry, bro. Very abusive, and then when she couldn't beat me no more, she embarrassed me, I remember one time I was walking home from junior high. She told me I had to come home after school, and I'm walking with 10, 15 homeboys and about 10 girls from junior high, torch. And man, she comes driving up in the car and gets out with a belt, bro, and just starts whipping me in front of them. I mean, hard. You know, and the homeboys, they gotta laugh, you know what I mean? And me, because I'm so embarrassed, I gotta laugh too. But the more I laugh, the more she swung that belt, bro. And it was painful, bro. But talking about embarrassed, you know, I'll never forget that, you know. And
That's pretty embarrassing.
yeah,
bro.
it's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah.
And even the girls got embarrassed for me, you know. But yeah, so you know, it just led to just getting into gangs, Holmes, and the gang was my family. You know?
I was at McLaren Hall, bro. If you can still remember a little bit about the insides and the activity that was going on in there, was it just like chaos, a bunch of badass kids in there?
To me, it was just like juvenile hall, because when I eventually went to juvenile hall, I actually thought it was McLaren Hall, but no, we were arrested. But here it was like kids from, I was in kindergarten, so what was that, 6, 5, 7, I don't know, 5, and there was kids from there all the way to 18 years old.
Damn, bro, you were in there in kindergarten, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, it burned the memory in my head, you know. But nobody messed with me, you know. I didn't get molested, or nobody messed with me in juvenile hall or nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
But I mean, McLaren Hall, you know.
Yeah.
But just, I had mom issues. That was my thing, my mom, man. But, you know, jumping ahead real quick, if I can tell you, I became a Christian when I was 44 years old. I'm 62 now, but my mom passed away at 93. Like, it's been like 5 years, no?
Wow, she lived to 93?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And you know, she never apologized to me or my sister. I kind of kept my distance from her. But when she was on her deathbed, my wife says, you know what, you need to go visit your mom.
Because you were just going to let her go.
Yeah.
You were
I was just saying, you know what, you know, I was trying to make peace with it. And she goes, no, you call yourself a Christian, you need to forgive her. So, you know, I went. Sure enough, she was on her deathbed. They already had her in hospice. She was like a skeleton almost. And you know, I went, hey, how you doing, Mom? You know, and all that. Went, left. The next day I came back again, and again, very prideful woman, never apologized. And she just touched my hand, and she says, you know what, Mil, I'm sorry for being a bad mom. And as God is my witness, bro, it seemed like just God worked through me, bro. And I just like, I felt like forgiving. I forgived her for everything. And you know, I told her too, I'm sorry for being a bad son, you know. Yeah. And she passed away the next morning. But I do forgive her, you know. I do forgive her, and it was just a very humbling experience, you know.
Shout out to the wifey, bro, for making you go and planting the seed, you know, giving that little push. Sometimes we need that little push, man.
Yeah, because you know, when you don't forgive somebody, bro, you're the one in a bad mood. You're the one always, you know. It's hard to get rid of hate and anger, you know.
Yeah. I noticed I got a lot of resentment for both my parents to this day. You know what I mean? Even my pops, and my pops now comes to my crib. He's there right now. I'm just like, this motherfucker right here, you know what I mean? You know, just been a fucking goof all our fucking lives, you know what I mean? He's been such a fucking goof. My sisters married fucking goofs because they didn't have a good representation of what a man should be, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know? Dude, I swear to God, dude, I hold so much resentment for this dude, and I try to be cool, and sometimes I try to be on here and share cool little stories of when I was in prison, and he would send me canned foods, and it was all the dented cans from Food for Less because they're 50% off, you know what I mean?
But try to look at the bright side. He sent them home.
He did send them, bro. But
and if I could give you any advice, Holmes, you got to find it in your heart to let it go, because it's just going to mess up your day.
Yeah.
Even if you don't care whether you forgive him or not, you know what I mean?
Oh, I hold resentment, bro. I didn't realize it. And you know what? I started holding sick resentment as I got my life together.
Yeah.
And I started fucking just like
you see the worst in them. You know?
I start like, I'm not on the streets no more. I'm not on drugs. I'm not homeless. I got a home. I got a job.
Yeah.
Bank account. I got a real life that I built that I've never had. You know what I mean? Oh. I got stability, bro. I got foundation. And the better that I do, the more resentment I hold for these two, you know? Moms and pops equally, bro. But anyways, bro, it's your story, not mine. But I feel you on that, though, you know? Yeah. And I'm glad
that's my best advice. And again, Holmes, I don't know what your faith is. You know, you gotta talk to God, Holmes, because I'm telling you, with everything happening in the world, how do you explain it in the book of Revelation that it's happening? How do you explain that, you know? I mean, we can go back and forth about it. To me, it's not a religion, it's a relationship. But you know what I mean? With everything happening, it's happening word for word, brother. You know what I mean? So he's real, bro. You just got to reach out to him, you know?
So when your mom apologized to you, man, that really lifted a huge weight off you,
Yeah.
because if she hadn't done that, then you potentially might have been still carrying that burden.
Yeah. And I forgave her, and you know, I made peace with it, and I actually teared up a little bit when she finally went home, you know, but it was all, that was God's plan, I guess, you know, that she apologized. And I'm telling you, she never apologized, but when she kicked our butt, she'd always say, I don't need to apologize to you. I'm your mother, you know. I never, you know, I'm the type, I'm not a perfect father, but I have a great relationship with all 7 of my kids, and I tell them, you know, if I mess up, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that, you know.
Yeah.
But I try to be the best, you know. Try to be the best.
Bro, so kindergarten in this McLaren Hall, man, is fucking crazy, you know. You got to kind of like grow up real quick in a sense. I mean, kindergarten, you're still trying to like, bro, come on now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's nuts that you went through that. And so, you know, you say you got to an age where your mom couldn't hurt you, but she could embarrass you.
Yeah, she
you
was
know?
good at it.
And so she's embarrassing you now. And where do you know, you're on the streets now, you're with the homies, bro.
Yeah.
Like what years are we talking now?
Well, I got jumped into the vadio when I was in 75.
Okay.
75, 76. So I was in the 4th, 5th grade. But mind you, my 3 cousins that lived with us as well, we were always moving from house to house, but they were already from the neighborhood. I have an older brother. He did 35 years straight, bro, in the joint.
An older brother did 35 years straight?
Straight. And,
Wow.
and you know what? Thank God he got out, and he's doing great. But those were my role models, you know?
Yeah.
So getting into vadio was just a second nature. You don't even think about it. Eh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and they were great boxers, so that's why I fell in love with boxing. But yeah, it just was second nature. And then juvenile hall, you know how that goes there. But just a lot of gang stuff, bro. That's, you know. And mind you, and not disrespecting or saying negative things about the East LA vadios, but I remember back in the day, some of the East LA vadios go to school with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the San Gabriel Valley, we all have our own klesha.
Yeah.
And so once we see each other, it's on, bro.
Yeah.
There's no, you know, I'll catch you at break or I'll catch you at lunch. And again, not to belittle them. Because let me ask you on that.
I don't think there's really nothing to belittle about that,
Yeah.
bro, because there's a lot of neighborhoods that every street is a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I think it just makes it could potentially make it worse, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not make it easier. I mean, that's a huge luxury, bro, to have your whole high school as you have your neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
That's huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a lot easier opposed to having to go to school every day with
seeing
5
that-
different enemies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right, you're
You
right.
know, so just to play a little devil's advocate on that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But so you're running the neighborhoods, man. You know, late 70s, 80s. You know, you said you went to YA. I mean, you're with the neighborhood. When did you start boxing, bro? You know, so I want to get boxing and something else in line with each other.
When I was 10, I went to the boxing gym right here in South El Monte.
Okay.
With Ben Lira, with my brothers, and just constantly would go, bro. Constantly would go. Ben Lira trained me, but then juvenile hall, you know. So I'd get out, go to boys' home, get out, go to the gym. My brother Peter, the one that did the 35 years, and my brother Willie, they went to the nationals of Golden Gloves. You know, everybody says, "Oh, I went to the Golden Gloves." Anybody can go to the Golden Gloves, but it's different when you go to the tournament at Golden Gloves. Now it just proves that you have more fights here. You can only go to a tournament with an open fighter. Anything more than 10 fights is considered open. Where, you know, me and you could get a license. Oh, I'm going to do the tournament of Golden Gloves, but are you an open fighter, you know?
Okay.
So when somebody says, oh, I was in the Golden Gloves, yeah, but were you an open fighter or were you a novice, you know?
Yeah.
But they took it to the highest level, but because they weren't my brothers, they were my cousins, their mom had their issues with them. And my mom was just very, you know, get out. You know, one day it could be one thing and the next day it'd be like, get out, you know?
There's no stability.
And I ain't gonna lie, bro. There was sometimes she'd hug me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'd give me a hug, and
She loves you today.
yeah, loves me today, hates me tomorrow. You know.
That's tough, bro.
And she was very good with her words, bro. You ain't gonna be nothing, you know, punk. And I remember she pushed me into my first fist fight. She actually took me to go fight this dude.
Was she from a hood?
No, she was actually a square home. She was raised in Toledo, Ohio. Eh?
Damn.
Toledo, Ohio. And she was a square
She
home.
moved out here and fucking went crazy in a sense.
Went crazy, man.
And words are just
Oh, they hurt probably more than a beating, huh?
yeah.
Because they stick on you, you know?
you know, in past relationships and even, you know, currently, you know, I've never been known as a physical abuser. I've been known as a fucking verbal abuser, bro. Like I talk shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I talk shit naturally, but
You're good at it, huh?
I've heard females like it's just as bad, and I'll be like, shut the fuck up, bitch, fat motherfucker, you. No, I'm just playing, bro. Excuse my language.
I just feel
they say it hurts. It's just as bad.
Yeah. Well, if the person you saying that to you, if you love them, yeah, it hurts.
That shit cuts. Words cut.
But if it's somebody that you can care, like a teacher, you ain't gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Well,
your
when it's
mom.
mom telling you, bro, yeah, it hurts. You know?
Yeah, it sucks.
It hurts. You know?
Yeah,
Then when you fail, you kind of think to yourself, oh, look, she's right. You know?
it sucks. She's always in the back of your head.
Yeah.
What was the first? You know, you said you went to YA, bro. You're going in and out of juvenile hall. What are you going in and out of juvenile halls back then, bro?
Just being travieso, riding a joy car, stolen joy car, stolen car joyriding, they called it.
Yeah.
But just in and out, being travieso, ditching school, running from the cops, you know what I mean? And again, following my brother's footsteps. To me, it was a badge of honor back then. And it's probably like that now, but you had a street credibility, you know? Oh, you just got out of the hall, you know? And then I'd see homeboys that get out of the joint. They had that gangster credibility, and I just dug it, you know?
Yeah, you wanted that.
I mean, but let's be honest, bro. Everybody got their tough guys. Everybody got their weak guys, eh? There's tough guys in prison. There's weak guys in prison, you know? But I think what it is it's a survival thing, you know? Some of us survive, some of us don't, you know? So, I mean, I had more struggles in youth authority than I did in prison, eh? Because it's all fisticuff there, you know? And there was no politics running things, so it was a free-for-all, bro.
What year you go to youth authority?
78 through 80.
Damn. You must have been young right there.
Oh, yeah. I grew up in youth authority.
What'd you go to youth authority for?
Armed robbery assault. The first time, armed robbery assault. I don't know why they called it armed robbery. We were right here on Whittier Boulevard. We got in a fight with guys from Puente, and I don't know where the armed robbery came in, but whatever. You know, when you're young, you're just like, hey, I got busted. It was actually a badge of honor, but I didn't realize.
The more charges, the better.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I didn't realize my body was so hated until I got to juvenile hall and got to youth authority, you know. We're in the middle, and we're surrounded by 4 different barrios, you know, so they tend to get along with each other, and they were against us.
Oh,
you had
like
Puente
that, huh?
on one side, Baldwin Park on one side, Monte Flores. Those are big barrios, bro.
And they all get along with each other?
They all get along. Well, then they did. I think now they have some little issues. But then, bro, when I went to YTS, my last stop there, that was like the gladiator school in the 80s, you know. That was like the Pelican Bay of youth authority, you know.
Yeah.
And, man, I walked out on the yard, bro. I must have counted 20 to 25 enemies, and I was like, damn. And, you know, you had to get them up, bro. You had to get them up, man.
By this time, though, you had been training when you went out.
Oh, yeah.
So you were kind of
I was a confident fighter.
Okay, yeah.
Looking back now, bro, it wasn't that I was such a good fighter. It was my willingness to fight. That's what it was.
You wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my brothers always told me, you attack first. Do not let them come at you first, because then you'll look like a victim, a punk, you know?
Yeah.
So when I get on the yard, I just walk up to whoever from those 3 different barrios, you know? And but I lost a few. I ain't gonna lie, I lost a few. A funny story I always say on my podcast, Danny Maya from Puente, Rama Street.
Okay.
I got in a fight with him, bro, and I must have hit him with every punch I had, bro. I mean, I was feeling good, combinations, working off the jab. He just walked right through me, you know, beat the hell out of me. But a funny story, though, like 2 months later, I'm in the two units used to go to the same kitchen. And a new dude from Puente came in, I forget his name, but he started with me, you know, I'm going to get you, I'm going to F you up. And here comes Danny, you know? And he goes, hey, I'm going to F this vato up. And Danny turned around. It was like a double compliment slapping. He goes, hey, watch out. This is a fat vato can fight, eh? You know what I mean? So it was like a put down compliment, you know?
Yeah, you better watch
I gave him
yourself.
a good fight. He was just too big,
He was just too big.
He was just a big dude, Holmes.
I fought with dudes, bro, before that it didn't matter what I hit them with.
You know what I mean?
It did nothing. Like they had like a sandbag head, bro.
There you go.
You know, I've hit them everything I got. I'm just like, damn, this dude is just too retarded, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened.
And then I've been with dudes too that they don't even work out, and they're just naturally fucking strong as shit, bro.
Yeah. There's some guys out there that don't really know how to fight, but they have that one knockout punch, and
Yeah.
you know.
It's just it's a trip.
Thank God
that-
I've never been knocked out.
Yeah, it's a trip that you can work out, you can work your ass off, man. But genetically, there's just another type of dude that I think they call it cock strong. You know what I mean? That's just naturally strong.
Look at Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. He wasn't muscular or nothing. The boy was knocking fools out in my era. He's before your time, but
Yeah. No, I seen him fight too, bro.
Chavez was a freaking
Beast.
monster, homie,
Yeah.
and did it with style, and he wasn't muscular at all, you know. So that muscle stuff never intimidated me, you know. My brothers always tell me, muscles can't do nothing. It's your skills and your jab. You got to have a good jab. Jab does everything.
Yeah.
MMA
It
and boxing
controls the fight.
That's right. The
Controls
guy's
it.
too strong.
It's
Too strong for you. You can keep him off. You know what I mean? If he's a little too quick for you, you can fight him with the jab. That's everybody's danger. If the guy's quicker than you, bro, he's gonna get you. He'll crack you. But you could keep him off with that jab. You know, at least keep him at bay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To set you up for at least maybe one good one.
Yeah. Just keep him at bay and get glued to it. Pop. You know what I mean? That jab's everything, bro.
You know what's funny is how some of the greatest people in this world, great legendary people, and like Cesar Chavez, right?
Senior,
Yeah, and then you birth the son. Magic Johnson. Have you ever seen Magic Johnson's son?
Ay, cabrón. Is it a son or a daughter?
I think it's a daughter now, bro.
That's what AIDS does to you,
That's what AIDS does to you.
allegedly.
Cold. But
You said that, not me. Oh.
yeah, I'm fucking keeping. I've had a clean slate lately, baby.
I'm uncancelable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that it works.
Well, a lot of the big fighters, I could be wrong, but a lot of the big fighters, their sons tried to fight, and it just didn't work. Joe Frazier's son, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tommy Hearn's son, it just didn't work. So, you know, I think it skips a generation. Like, I was a decent fighter. If you stood still, I was okay. I could fight inside, but I can't say I was a great boxer. I mean, towards the end, man, my Ben Lira said, "Hey, you gotta hit back, man." I just couldn't get my feet to work with my hands. But if you stood still, bro, I could get them up with you, you know. But then look at my boys. I have 5 boys, and they all fought. And they all did great in amateurs. And then my youngest went 14-1 in pros, you know. Thank God he retired already. But yeah, he was a skilled fighter. Eh? So yeah, it might be skipping a generation. It skipped me, obviously, you know.
Bro, fighting is gotta be the best sport ever made. I mean, it's the most ancient, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they did it in the Roman Greek days, bro. They go out there and, you know, yeah, it in my opinion, bro, it can settle arguments a lot easier than being chismoso, bad-mouthing, you know, getting a gun, getting a knife. I mean, we were encouraged as homeboys to get them up. You got an issue, get down with them, man.
Yeah.
And then squash it after, you know. That's how we sharpened our skills, you know. But I don't really know. I don't really know too many people like that now. It's like my son, you know. And this is another lesson for the parents. Our kids will do as we do. They won't do as we say so much. And I kept telling my boys, you got to walk away. You're not in my days, you know. In my days, my brothers were well respected because they were well-known street fighters, you know.
Yeah.
But nowadays, bro, you get a good street fighter, and somebody say, I'm just gonna go shoot him, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I say it's crazier now, you know.
It's unfortunate, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever knew that rapper Blackie from Fontana.
Yeah.
Did you hear about him?
Yeah.
I knew him well, bro. I knew him well as far as he used to go to the fights a lot, and he'd go to the gym, and I seen him at 3 little venue car shows. And what are you doing, Holmes? Oh, I'm gonna get down with this vato. And I dug his mentality. He never carried a knife, never carried a gun that I know of. He just go out there and chuck him, bro. And he was a good street fighter, right?
Yeah.
And look at they gunned him down, Holmes.
Yeah.
You know?
They say if you can't beat them, you're gonna cheat them.
You know what I mean? And, it's a shame, man, because he just like, hey, let's handle it, man.
Yeah.
I could respect that, you know?
100%.
Yeah, they took his life, Holmes. And I tell my son, I had 2 sons that were kind of always chucking them in the street. I go, you got to stop. Somebody's just going to take you out, man. You got to just stop, you know? So, yeah. But they obviously see me getting in street fights, and what would you do? Yeah, you're not me, you know? And it's the different era now, you know? So, yeah.
Who's doing it best right now, boxing or UFC?
You know what?
You're
The last year I looked, boxing was still getting more paid per views.
Okay.
But UFC is a little bit more popular, I think, because youngsters feel that if they can't do it here, they can do it from the ground, you know?
It's more options.
Yeah, it's more options. Just like when I fought in the street, when I was winning off my jab,
Yeah.
they'd want to tackle me.
Yeah.
But in my days, these are the 70s, get up, hey, stop being a punk, you know, get up.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they let me up.
Yeah.
Nowadays, bro, you hit somebody, they take you down the arm bar, leg lock, get you all twisted up. And,
It's my worst nightmare, bro.
You know what I mean?
Be that old ass fool tapping out in the middle of a bar.
exactly. When I took my training for MMA refereeing, I went to John McCarthy. You remember the big white boy?
Yeah.
I went to John McCarthy's training. I had to get my license like that. And he tells me, all right, we're going to do some groundwork. I said, all right. He was ready to sit on my chest. I go, what? I ain't going to sit on your chest. You know what I mean? I never been into that wrestling stuff, you know?
Oh, you get weird with getting close to a man like
You know
that.
what I mean? I felt awkward. And he's a big dude, so, you know, that ain't going to happen, bro. You know what I mean?
Ray, lay on my back.
You know what I mean?
What the fuck? I ain't gonna lay on your get off your stomach, bro.
You know what I mean? And then when I see the MMA fights and they have those tight shorts, I'm like, don't try to tackle me with those. Holmes. Come on, man.
Your package is way too big,
way
sir.
too big, Holmes. Come on, listen.
That fool got a hot pocket. He got a juice box in there. There's too much shit going on in there.
Yeah, so that just wasn't my thing, you know?
Yeah.
But back in 79, 80, Blaine Dixon, he was a big-time amateur boxer. I mean, he had a national titles. We're all at the Bassett Park playing basketball, and John Sweet, who was a big-time CIF wrestler, we come, and he's a white boy. And sure enough, that they start bumping, and boom, a fight kicks off. And John grabs Blaine real quick, body slams him, gets him in some kind of hold. And sure enough, we're all like, let him up. And a big dummy let him up, and Blaine just beat the hell out of him from a distance, you know?
Yeah.
But if John would have kept him down, he would have beat the hell out of him, bro.
Yeah.
He literally had him in some kind of pretzel hold and had one hand free and just busting him up. So, you know, who was better at that moment? Maybe John was, but he let him up.
Changing the momentum in a fight is huge, bro.
Yes.
I've been in several fights, bro. I was in a fight in the gang module, matter of fact, 3400, bro, when they had the gang module, 6-man cells, bro, and I was getting down with a homie in there. We weren't supposed to be doing that, but it was on the down low, right? And we getting down, bro. I just got, bro, the dude been in there for fighting. He'd fighting a life sentence. He's been there for a long time, bro. You know what I mean? And I say that because I was smoked out, bro. I came in from the streets, bro, and I was on a sick one. You feel me? I was just barely trying to get healthy. I got to fight this fucking dude that's all healthy, burpeed out and shit. And so we're getting down, and he's getting the best of me, bro. So sometimes you resort to wrestling.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You resort to wrestling. So I fucking
I'll bite you if I have to.
Yeah,
bro.
so I got him, bro, and I ended up on his backside. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got his back, bro. And so I pick him up like this, and I got him in the air, bro, and I'm about to body slam him on the silver bullet, bro, in the cell. Game over, bro. I'm winning fight, bro. Now I'm on top. The homies jump off the bunks and say, no, no wrestling. I put him down, bro, and got served the fuck out.
Screw that. Discipline me later.
No,
you
it
know?
was politics and favoritism during
Okay.
this situation.
All right,
and,
that's different then.
And this is in like 1998. I'm talking about, bro, in the gang
okay.
module. You know what I mean? You know, but it changed the momentum in the fight. If I would have body slammed him right there, bro, then bam. You know what I mean?
You would have probably hurt him bad too.
Yeah, I'm body slam on the silver bullet, bro,
Yeah.
and then I'm getting on top of him, bro, and my little smoked out ass, bro, be like fucking. You know what I mean?
He ain't gonna stop till he's done.
100 punches in 20 seconds, bro. You know?
That's right.
Changing the momentum fight is huge. That's happened to me a couple times where they change the momentum in a fight. Yeah. Anyways, fuck, what the fuck we done?
Kiddo?
Yeah.
So he was talking about YA, where he walked on the yard and there was 20 enemies, and he was saying he was a good fighter because he had confidence, because he was.
Yeah, we're talking about dudes being strong and shit. This is how podcasts are good, bro. You know what I mean? When we just start just shooting the blaze off the hip, brother. Get out of YTSYA, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, was there any point in your life, bro? I mean, you wanted to be a fighter? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you wanted to be a fighter in the monks of your neighborhood stuff and going in and out of the juvenile halls. So now let's get to a point. Did you ever graduate high school?
Did I ever what?
Graduate high school?
I don't know. When I was in YTS, they said they were gonna send it to me, but it never came, man. So I just never followed through. So I never followed through, bro.
But it's never affected you throughout the years?
Nah.
You've been able to maneuver?
Nah.
Yeah. And so you get when you turn 18, bro, where you at?
I just got out of youth authority.
Okay.
YTS, I lasted like 9 months and went straight to the joint for a robbery.
Is that when you got that C number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 1980
1980, man.
or 81. God, it's been 42 years.
No, I know, bro. We're gonna
I
fuck
barely
you.
remember yesterday.
You're like, I barely remember my lady's name. What's your name again? No,
I'll never forget that.
No, I'm just kidding, bro. And I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. There's some things you're not allowed to forget. So you 80, bro. You go to LA County during that time?
Yeah.
How was LA County in the 80s, bro?
Oh, it was rough, bro. There was I spoke on it on an indictment. My homeboy Big Loco. Well, my homeboy Little Loco was there just running amok. He was in there for what do they call it, 187, and he was just starting trouble, bro. And again, we have enemies back to back. Mind you, the county's still gangbanging, you know.
During then, the county's still gangbanging.
Everybody's just gangbanging.
In the 80s?
In the 80s, you know. And,
Okay.
He just was running amok, bro. Homeboy Little Loco, and the reason I can talk on it because I'll finish it off on how it ended. But anyways, he's running amok, bro. He calls his brother Big Loco, who's kind of notorious in the penal system already. He's been to the joint. He grew up in youth authority. This guy is just ripped, and he used to fight, so he could handle himself. Big Loco, Ruben Afaro, good dude. Anyways, he goes in there he purposely gets arrested to help his little brother.
Oh shit!
He literally socked up a sheriff to get arrested, and he did it.
Why didn't he just jaywalk or something?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he goes in there and he handles the business with the wrong people, and he knew better, but that was his love he had for his brother. So he handled his business with the wrong people, which they kind of gave him a pass because he was well respected. But then he went back a second time and did it again to the same vato. And they stabbed him 62 times on 3200 road coming down the stairs. They stabbed him 32 times, bro.
32 times, that's crazy.
They butchered him, man. So here I come, Holmes. Here I come into the county jail literally days after, and I'm thinking, where do we stand? Because I didn't know the full details of what happened.
Yeah.
I knew who did it, which was bad already, you know.
Yeah.
I go, is my body, on the list, and so I got in there within a couple of days. Then you always had them instigators or these big chismosos, like, hey, Holmes, better be through shine, you know. It wasn't called green light back then. It was just like, hey, Holmes, just got to be through shine. There's some big hitters in here that they ain't got love for you guys right now, And I was like, oh, man, bro.
Yeah.
Talking about all shrunken up, Holmes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But within a couple days, everything was cool, bro. But we were like the hot item at that time, man. 1980, that was 1981, August of 19. My brother Peter was fighting a murder beef, and he was in there. But that was rough, bro. County jail was rough, I'd rather do a year in the joint than 6 weeks in the county. It stinks, it's hot, it's cold. You can have a cold for the whole 6 weeks there, Holmes. Because the air is generated. You know how that is. It's just constantly, man. And the smell is just, ugh. But yeah, I ended up getting 6 years for that armed robbery and ended up going to Chino. And I still forget to this day now, but I think it was Soledad. I went to Soledad in Tehachapi, and I got stuck there, Holmes. I got stuck, I got stabbed,
Oh, you got stabbed.
Man.
How you get stabbed? What'd you do? Dope debt?
No, not even, Holmes. I was writing. I was 18 years old, 19 years old. I was like a true soldier. All I wanted to do was make a name for myself,
Absolutely.
But I'm in Chino, and my homeboy, little man, has some heroin. He was going home in days, bro. I'm sharing a cell with him. The Hudas come in, raid the pad, So, I didn't want him to get busted. So I go, hey, it's mine, Anyways, they send me to Chino East, which was called White Elephant back then. Wow. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I hear now it's a PC yard.
So the East Yard.
East Yard.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember, it's Chino.
There's Central, there's East Yard, and there's the West Yard.
Back then, they used to send, I guess you're getting transfer or 1 year violation. Back then, they used to give a lot of 1 year violations. That's where you would go. Yeah. I hear it's a PC yard now, but I don't know. But anyways, I go there, and I'm in the hole, and one of the big hitters is a tier tender. And he just walks up to me and goes, Popeye. He knew my name already, which at 18-year-old, like, oh my God, he knows my name, He goes, hey, this dude right here, and he points right at him, man. He's literally in the cell right across from him, and he's looking at us, bro. He goes, when you get to, I think it was Soledad. He goes, when you get to Soledad, you make sure you tell so-and-so, another big hitter, this guy's no good. I didn't ask questions. And this is where some of these people were, oh, you got used. Of course, everybody gets used,
Well, but you're playing the game, bro.
But you don't ask questions to those guys.
Yeah, no.
You don't say, hey, I want paperwork. You know what I mean? And if it was a Joe Blow, I would have said, do it yourself, listen. But because who he is, I felt honored, Yeah.
You
know what I mean? Like, yeah, all right. I'm looking dead at the vato, And he's just looking right at me, But where the bad part happened, he got shipped out on a Monday to Soledad. I got shipped out on a Wednesday.
Okay.
So when I get off the bus, Holmes, I got my roll. I'm already like, I'm going to go tell so-and-so, get some points here.
Yeah.
I walk out to the yard, and who do I see that vato with?
Yeah.
He's with like 10 dudes. And I just seen, I go, something's up here. You feel that vibe, Holmes.
Yeah.
And he just walks up to me, Holmes, and I thought he was going to hit me, No, wait. I thought he was going to, throw a punch at me. So I went like that, and he ended up stabbing me in the welding rod in my neck.
Oh, shit.
I felt it all the way in my throat. Like, you know what I mean? And then he came at me again, and he got me in the elbow. He just took off running, And I'm like, what the hell? I got stabbed, you know what I mean? And the dudes from the Valle, Major from Barrio Nuevo, he's not from the Valle, but Major from Barrio Nuevo, Apache from Belinda Flats, they come up to me, hey, what's up? I said, what'd you get stuck for, So I ran them down the story, and they go, well, come on, we'll take you in. I go, what about my neck? Hey, I'm bleeding like a pig here, And they took me to the cell, and that vato was there, and I told him, hey, so-and-so, and Chino told me to tell you this guy's no good, It was all right. He goes, well, what do you want to do about this? I go, I want to get down with him, man. He goes, what? I go, I want to get down with him. He goes, where'd you come from? Why? I go, yeah. He goes, we don't do that here, right? And that's when it hit me. He wants me to kill him, And I'm like, I'm not a killer, Holmes. I've never professed to be a killer. I'm not interested in being a killer. I always liked fist fighting, To me, a fist fighting, ass whipping, you remember me forever. You know what I mean? But so you know what? The siren rang. We got to lock, go to our tiers. So through the night, Holmes, they cleaned me up. They asked some Moreno that worked in the hospital. He got me a tetanus shot, and they cleaned me up. But through the night, my neck was swelling up, man.
Oh, shit.
And my elbow wouldn't stop bleeding either. It wasn't profusely, it was just constantly dripping. And the same with my neck. So they give me this bone crusher home, and they tell me, hey, you got a chance in the morning. He didn't lock it up. He's out there. I go, all right, I'll do it. But what the thing was is, my fear was, I'm going to be in here forever. I had a 6-year sentence, Yeah. I go, but I got to do it, because my brothers will disown me. My body will disown me. So I got to step up. The crazy part about it is I go out in the morning, my neck's like that. It's the middle of July, hot, 100 degrees out there, and I got this big old jacket on, and everybody knew it was coming down. You could feel that tension in the yard. And this fool was waiting for me, eh? I like, wow, eh? You know what I mean? This fool, he actually was out there just like, bring it on, man. And then right when I was getting like 20, 30 feet from me, he takes off. And
Oh, like that, huh?
yeah, I guess he like, screw this.
Yeah.
So I chased him into the block, and he's running down the tier, and the tonto turned around, and I got him good in the forehead and the back of the head. Got him 3 times. And I didn't kill him, thank you God, you know. But
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was crazy about that incident?
Eye for an eye, baby.
It was an eye for eye, but when I came out on the yard a week later, because I tried to heal up, I had the ultimate respect from everybody, you know. And I thrived on it, you know.
Yeah.
For the next 2 years, I was just gangbanging with no disrespect to the norteños. It was a sureño yard, and we were just acting like fools, bro. But through that time, I really seen that one day you could be one of the fellas, the next day you're not. That one day, you know, and then when there's no politics in the yard, now we're all looking at each other. and I hate it when Raza were like, oh, I heard about this and I heard this, or I don't know, but I heard. And it's just ugly, bro.
And so back then, bro, we're talking 80s, right?
Yes.
Okay, 80s, man. So we see the movies. We see some of the movies, like I didn't get into LA County Jail until '95. I was 18 years old. I went from East Lake Juvenile Halls to LA County Jail, right? So that's when my time started, county jail and the penitentiary, and obviously I've been through the halls and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But the 80s, man, is just a whole different animal in compared to the 90s, right? The 80s are, you know, the system is kind of working itself out a little bit. Is that safe to say? And I want to keep it respectful across the board. You know what I mean? You know, but so there's still like it's kind of like it's probably rough, right?
It is.
It's rough in the sense because you know then you hit the 90s, bro. Everything was pretty much locked in. It was moving like a well-oiled machine. You know what I mean?
That's when the Bay opened up and all that.
So the 80s, bro, was it kind of like rogue? I mean, was there like the homies had their handball court still? I mean, was it still like?
Yeah, it was still, you know, segregated to the sense where, you know, stay on your side, we stay on our side. But when I was there, then I went to Tehachapi, and same thing. It was a southern yard, you know, but it was respectful. I remember.
So when you say southern yard back then, there's no norteños on the yard?
In my tier, there was none.
Okay.
But the ones that were in other ones, and again, no disrespect. It is what it is, you know.
They know, bro. We have a big following of norteños
You know,
right here.
they're
They
just
reach out
like
to me
us.
all the time.
They bleed red just like us, you know. And
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a funny
I don't
story
ever
now.
disrespect them out here, bro.
You know, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But they were some fools. I remember there was a dude from Fresno came in, and he just walked into the tier and just got off on some sureño. It happened to be my homeboy, eh?
Was it a bulldog or a
Yeah, he was a
norteño?
bulldog.
Okay,
eh?
yeah.
He was all inked up. He just put it rolled down and just rushed my homeboy. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Props to him. You know, he went out like a true soldier. You know.
So when I first hit the penitentiary, I think it was like early '96. There were still bulldogs in the yard, and they were under us, bro, and they hated it, bro. You can see the bulldogs that were with us in the yard. When I see them, bro, I'd be like, "Hey, dog, look at this fool. This fool got mean. He got animosity, bro. Like he ain't with us, bro. You know what I mean? Me and the homies, we're young. We're 18 years old, bro. 18, 19 years old. We just like, look at this fool. This fool hates it. You know what I mean? And then we I think we had him under the wing, or we had him because we were up north in Susanville and shit. You know.
Oh, it was way up there.
Yeah. And so there was bulldogs there, and they kind of I don't know. I forget the logistics of the actual, you know what I mean, situation, but they were there with us, but you can see their animosity, bro. But anyways, so back to your time in the 80s, man. It was a lot, it seems like it was a lot more maybe freer, like you're in the visiting room, bro, when you got all the fucking old school, the old fucking hyenas coming in.
A lot easier to get drugs in. And
yeah,
it
right?
was a lot easier, and the cops were more... They were the ticket to get. You get a good huda if you call it a good huda, you get a connection and he'd bring you anything, you know.
It seems
was
like
a lot different then.
It seems like back then.
But again, there was no phones. There was no, you know what I mean? You still had beepers, I think. You know what I mean?
It seems like back then, bro. Like during that time, always in the background was war. Slipping into darkness. Yeah. That's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're maneuvering down the theater, dog. You got a bag of groceries. You know what I mean?
That's right. You know? Yeah. I mean, as much as it was ugly, I enjoyed it. I survived. You know, it just, and that's what it is. You get out and you got that street credibility. But I knew then I didn't want to go back. You know.
What was your hustle, bro? Were you a car player? I mean, did you make fucking drawings? What'd you do, bro?
In my thing, because we were the soldiers, I called them the first stringers. We were the first stringers, and I hung around with the first stringers. You always had the group that just wanted to do their thing. So be it, you know.
Yeah.
But if a racial thing kicked off, you know, you had to get business. But I was hanging around with we were the running the yard.
Frontliners, yeah.
Frontliners, bro.
Dudes ready to go.
Something needs to get off. We took care of it, and we did, you know.
The wrecking crew.
That's right. That's right, you know. There was about 20, 25 of us, all from different barrios, you know.
Yeah. And how was that too? Like all the different neighborhoods. Was it cool or what?
You still have little issues, you know, like now, and no disrespect to Puente, now in the joint, they don't allow that gangbanging. You got a personal beef, you can handle it, but don't be disrupting the yard behind that. You know what I mean? You know who's saying that, you know? So when I'd see some of these guys from Puente that I knew from YA that were jumping me and stuff, I was like, ugh. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Popeye? Yeah, okay, what's up, man, you know? So you still had that, like you said, animosity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if I see Puente and Flores and Baldwin Park talking, I just right away, they talking about me, you know? But, you know, I never had any problems with them, you know? But a couple of them that I threw down with in YA, I was actually cool with them. It's the ones that I didn't throw down with that I kind of like, let them say something, you know? Let them say something, but it never happened. Yeah.
So how long you were down for? You say you got 6 years for that?
And I did 4.
You did 4 years.
Yeah.
So you get out from there.
Yeah, I was still running amok. I just didn't get caught.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't get caught, and that was as time went on, that was the American Me era.
Yeah, let's go.
That was at the height of all that, you know. So
what'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was perfect. I thought it told it to the T, to the letter.
Are you an American Me dude, or are you the blood in blood out dude?
American Me, blood in blood out. Ain't no Gabacho gotta put their hands on me. You know, I mean, remember when he grabbed Popeye and like, come on, bro. Raza would have been on him in a second.
Popeye was a weirdo.
Yeah.
And then what about the dude, the white dude that ran the chow hall, big old fag, bro?
You know what I mean?
It's too theatrical, huh?
That weird.
Yeah. And then he's got him in the back, and he's acting like he's gonna fucking dome him up. It's like, bro, this is uncomfortable as fuck to be watching. You know what I mean?
And that wasn't legit, but American Me was to the letter, to the T. That's how it is. One day you can be part of the fellas, and the next day you're on the list, bro.
You ever meet Edward James Olmos before?
A few times.
Yeah.
A few times he's gone to the fights.
You know what's funny is when that, it was after that, way after that, matter of fact, but it was still in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, it was still in the 90s. It was in the late 90s. I was working with my boy, my OG homie Sugar Bear from my hood, and it was called L.A. something on Riverside Drive in Los Feliz, and Edward James Olmos was gonna come through to donate some shit. And I was like, all right, Sugar Bear, we're gonna get this dude, bro. I got the pallet jack right here, bro. We're gonna saran wrap him to the pallet. You know that shit that you wrap around the pallets? Yeah. What do you call that shit, bro?
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you're fucking tripping. I said, hey, homie, this dude's a wanted man, bro. You know what I mean? You know how many
a good one, huh?
Hey, bro. Maybe I was probably just fucking around, bro. Honestly, I was fucking around. But I'd fuck around with my homeboy Sugar Bear like that. But we clown around like that. Nah, I didn't give a fuck, bro. I mean, I give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We don't give a fuck with anything until it immediately affects us. Then we got to give a fuck or not give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's the way it works, you know? But he got himself in trouble for that. I wanted to say he got himself in trouble for a minute with that whole fucking movie, man. He's a fucking artist, though, huh?
Yeah.
There was a real artist type of...
Props to him, man. Even before your time, it was kind of even before me when he made the Zoot Suit, the movie, out of the play. I thought that was awesome, bro. And back then, for Chicano to be on the screen, it was like a big thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know, now you see him all over TV, but in my days, to see a Chicano on TV, it was like, wow. You know? So, you know, things have gotten better in certain ways, you know.
Who's your favorite, like Chicano comedian? Mexican comedian?
I really don't really have any, you know. Last night we went to go see, what's his name, babe? Yeah, he was pretty good, eh? He was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Carlos Mencia, he's the one that gets shitted on for stealing jokes, right?
I don't know, but
Right?
he must have stole.
Joke about it.
Oh, he made a joke about it. Yeah, he's on the shit list, bro, for stealing jokes. Yeah, nobody you went to a PC comedy show, bro.
Oh my God! Hopefully, I don't get a green light on me. Oh shoot!
Yeah, bro, he's on the shit
Well,
list, bro.
my wife went. I didn't go. She just told me about it.
There you go.
You know?
Hey, no, just fuck with you. But yeah, he's kind of like he's on.
He said he's something about that too, huh? He was saying
for
something.
stealing jokes, bro. Joe Rogan and even the Latino community, George Perez. What's the other dude that we've had on before, man?
Willie?
The Edgar
Willie,
guy?
yeah, Willie Barcena. You know Willie
yeah,
Barcena?
yeah.
We had Willie Barcena on here before. It was all fucking like, man, fuck that fool. You know what I mean? If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. That's cool, bro. Was he funny?
It really started off slow, and he just went, man. Yeah. He, I think I got a good sense of humor, and yeah, he was all right, Holmes. He was all right, you know.
Nothing's greater than
He said
that.
he grew up in the Maravilla projects, you know.
Is that right?
I didn't know that, eh?
Yeah. Nothing is more powerful and greater medicine than laughter, bro.
That's right.
Wow, that feels good.
For that small 1 hour, yeah, you know, all your problems go away for a little bit, you know.
Do you think that's the next best thing next to prayer?
No,
Religion?
prayer's always. Oh yeah, the next best thing, yeah.
Is laughter?
Is laughter, bro. Happiness, bro. If you don't, I just think now that I'm a Christian, Holmes, if you don't have God in your life, bro, what are you gonna do? Rub your rabbit's foot, cross your fingers? I don't know. Hope for the best. That's what. That's why I say with depression, Holmes, you're gonna, you know, like me and your editor, we're talking. You know, you're gonna see better days, Holmes. You're gonna have what defines a bad day? The good days. What defines the good days? The bad days, you know.
Absolutely.
And you got to get through it, bro. And if you have a relationship with God, Holmes, it just makes things easier. And just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're gonna have a perfect life, bro. God says in the Bible, when you face trials, I will be with you. He didn't say if. He says when, you know.
What came first, Christianity or refereeing?
Refereeing.
Okay. What got you into that? Unless I'm jumping too quick.
Well, no. What it is I just knew the fighting wasn't going to happen, so I asked Ben Lira if he could hook me up. I wanted to be a referee.
Who's Ben Lira?
He's a trainer out of South Amani. He's 83 years old. He's had numerous world champions, and he trained my oldest son and trained my middle son, you know, my youngest son. So he's very well influenced in the world of boxing, you know. So I tried out for a year, brother. For a year, I couldn't miss. And what's crazy is most of the referees are all cops, district attorneys, judges, fire captains. So I just, you know, I don't think homeboys were being haters, but they're saying, hey, Papa, they ain't going to let you be no referee. But, you know, the wife kept saying, you got to try it.
So in order to be a referee, you have to have a clean record.
Well, as far as I know, I'm the only one with the record. So at least in Vegas, yeah. But in California, that never was brought up. But I just went, I trained, I went to all the training. And at the last Saturday, they said, okay, we're going to do scenarios in the ring, and then we'll get back to you. There was 65 of us that tried out for a whole year. And after it was done, I just shook everybody's hand and I left. And I thought to myself, hey, at least I tried, you know?
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, the letter came in the mail from Sacramento, and like a kid going to college, they tell the wife, you open it, you know? And they said, congratulations. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
But what's crazy is when I went to get my license, they were all there, and they said, if you shame us with your background, you know, getting into gangs and all that, and they go, we'll turn our back on you, you know?
Yeah.
So thank God, you know. But, you know, I got suspended in 2016.
For what?
You can look it up on YouTube.
Look it up.
Golden Gloves Riot. Golden Gloves Riot. Man, bro, I got in trouble for a fight. My son Adrian fought an African American. It wasn't racial though. An African American. He was 24. My son was only 17, bro. I go, hey, that's a man's strength against a child. They go, well, those are the rules. This is the tournament of Golden Gloves.
Damn.
My son ended up winning, bro. And in the last round, the Moreno
Is it
reached
this
over.
right here?
Yeah, right there. That's it.
What is this right here? What are we looking at again?
The fight.
The fight.
Oh, you guys. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is that you?
No, that's my cornerman. Eh? I'm on the other side getting jumped. They were,
Damn, your corner man is a beast.
and look, they were throwing. It just got crazy, bro. What it is, the Morenos gathered together. I think they thought we were going to gather together, so they gathered together and they just started attacking any raza.
Yeah, straight.
But during the
prison
fight,
right there.
yeah, during the fight, I told myself this is not going to be good for me. And sure enough, by the morning it hit TMZ, and the state suspended me for a year, bro.
Somebody said, ask about the gas station fight. Does that sound anything familiar?
No.
The MMA guy.
Oh man, I had a fist fight, bro.
You had a fist fight?
Yeah,
So that's real? Ask the gas station fight?
Yeah, people have been donating to ask that question.
Oh no, this I was trucking. I'm a troquero, Holmes, and
Yeah.
it's like 3 p.m. on the 91 freeway, and this neo-Nazi dude, he gets on the freeway, and we just lock eyes, bro. He doesn't have a shirt on, and he just starts going off on me, F you, and I'm like, what the hell's this trip, you know? I've never been one to tease anybody or like that. It's not my style, eh?
Yeah.
So I'm getting off on the freeway, and I look back, and he got in the middle of the truck just to see me in the rearview, and he's telling me, I'm getting you, man. He's got a big swastika right here, huh?
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pull off in thing, and I just say, you know what, I got to do what I got to do, you know. I ain't going to lie, I was nervous, Holmes, you know.
Always nervous
He was
before
a
a
big
fight.
boy, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a big boy, eh? And then when he gets out, I like, oh, my God, Holmes. This boy was ripped, eh?
Yeah.
And he came at me, you could tell he had confidence, eh?
Yeah, because he's obviously assuming that he's going to run you over.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's a big white dude. You're fucking Mexican, smaller than him, right?
Yeah.
Stature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hit him with just my first jab. I had my ring on, and I cut him, man. And it reminded me of Danny Maya from Puente. He just came at me, just swinging, kicking.
Yeah.
And I was just throwing jabs, trying to move, and boom, boom. I remember hitting him with just a 1-2, beautiful, bam, bam. And I felt it on both shoulders. He still just kept coming.
And when you say you feel it on both shoulders, you feel the
Yes.
connection.
When
the
you
impact.
land good, Holmes, you feel it more here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boom, boom. And I did the Robert Garcia, Mikey Garcia 1-2. Have you ever seen Mikey Garcia throw a 1-2? He steps into it, Holmes, and I stepped into it and I hit him sweet, but he just kept coming, bro.
Fuck.
He just kept coming, and finally he caught me. Boss, hit me in the mouth.
Yeah.
When I dropped to one to my butt, I sat down. He like got me in a guillotine,
Yeah.
and because he was taller, all he had to do was stand straight up, and he's choking me out, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's a trip, bro. This is in the middle of daytime. Everybody's watching.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm like, get him off me, stop him.
Yeah.
And nobody's stopping, bro. And then
Yeah.
what got me mad was 2 little homeboys putting gas in. They're just standing there, eh?
Oh, bitch ass fools.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, real quick story. My oldest brother got beat to death. You know, he got beat to death, and you know, my brother Junior, may rest in peace. But that went through my mind. I go, if he chokes me out, he's gonna beat me to death.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm trying to get out of his hook, and I got his finger, bro. I pulled it down and got one arm off. I just said, God, give me the strength to hit this boy, man. And I stepped back. He stepped back, and when he came at me, I just another 1-2 sweet right on the jaw, bro. I didn't drop him, but he did, you know, the rag doll. And he just turned around and walked away. You know? You know what I mean? Hey.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, the crazy part, there's 2 white men there. He goes, hey, bro, that's the best fight I've ever seen. You used to be a boxer, huh? I'm like, why did you stop him?
Yeah, motherfucker.
And then after I realized that I won, now I'm getting like, oh, okay. Now I'm
Yeah.
kind of got a little stroke to it. I broke my wrist. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, pay-per-view is expensive, bro.
That's right.
It's too expensive, bro. You know how many motherfuckers like us, bro, haven't seen, just regular people? I mean, obviously we've seen real, but bro, if you can catch a fight for free, bro, on the streets, shit, I ain't helping either, bro. And that's because of pay-per-view.
That's right.
Fucking assholes.
The 2 Chicanos say, hey, Holmes, you got down, eh? I go, hey, Holmes, you should have stopped him, eh? He goes, hey, you got down, Holmes. I go, all right, you know. Thank God I didn't get fired. It was on camera, and the trucking gas station goes, hey, I'll send it to your dispatcher. I'll tell him that he attacked you. And
There
I
you
go,
go.
"Hey, cool,
Yeah.
man. You
Get
know."
me covered.
Yeah, so that turned out, that was my last one, bro.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to all 600 people tapped in right here for Popeye Ray, man. That's love right there, man.
Hey, you 600 people, go to Third Man in the Ring and subscribe, guys.
Yes,
Check it
absolutely.
out, please.
I'll put your link in the description too.
Thank you, homie.
Yeah, I'll put your link in the description, man. Lucky be the type to fart in the cell and then blame the cows.
Really, what?
Hey, Pacheco, that sounds like a familiar story, bro. No, I was in Chino. I was in Chino Central one time, and I had been going. I was kind of like in the revolving door of doing pro violations. I think at the time I thought I was accepted as one of the regulars. You know what I mean? Because they had dudes just that was always in and out, and they called them regulars, bro. So at this point, like I felt like a regular, and so I knew the ins and outs of the system already. And Chino has the cows.
Yeah.
The cows, and the cow shit comes into the vent, and it smells horrible.
YTS was the same thing. You come out in the morning and you smell the cows.
Yeah, and so I had this young homie. I was young too, but he was younger, and it was his first time, right, inside in Chino Central, and the Hudas threw in a big ass box of apples and peanut butter, dog. You know what I mean? And so me and that fool I ate like 10 apples, 15 peanut butters. My stomach was fucked up, bro.
I was just saying, that's a lot of fiber, That's a lot of fiber, eh?
My stomach was fucked up. And so, coincidentally, and it was super cool, too, at least for me, bro, but they put me and the homie, like me and him are vibing in the cell. We're chopping it up. I'm putting them up on game. We're eating apples and peanut butter. Like, it's a great time, bro. You know what I mean? Inside of a cell, And then I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dog, we in the same cell together. And bam, I get the bottom bunk off the top, you know what I mean? He gets the top bunk. We're exhausted, bro. By the time you go through that process, LA County, get shipped over there, you tired of shit. So it's time to, get a nap and shit. And so, I told him, so I start fucking just ripping some, bro, like the silent but violent. Excuse me, and so the little
my wife throws me out with those. Go sleep in the living room, man.
Yeah, and so the little homie, it was funny. I was right there like this, and I had a towel over my head, and I was just chilling, and I was like, this fool gonna smell this shit any minute. This shit is horrible, and I'm trying to keep a straight face and shit, and all of a sudden he goes, damn, that's it. He puts his head down. He's got his towel up too from his eyes. He goes, "You smell that shit?" And I put my shit back and I said, "Yeah, dog. It's
the cows.
It's the cows, bro. The cows, and the smell comes in through the vent." And so he's like, "Oh fuck! I've never smelled shit like that in my life." And so then, a few minutes, time goes by. And I was just like nonstop, bro. My stomach was fucked up. He's like, God damn it, it's getting worse. It's fucked up. And I said, you gotta plug the vent, bro. I said, you gotta plug the vent. So he starts wetting toilet paper and plugging the vent. What the fuck is that gonna do?
Yeah,
it's gonna make it worse, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's gonna smoke you guys out, Holmes.
Oh, it was hilarious, bro. It was fun. Even the tier tender, bro, because we were in Cyprus, bro. So
You're
Cyprus,
sweeping by and like, what the hell?
that fool said it was a black dude. Black dudes are real animated. You know what I mean? and we had the bars on because we're on Cyprus. I believe it's Cyprus got the bars and shit. You know what I mean? Madrone has the doors. And we're like on the third tier and shit. And that motherfucker, the tier tender come by like, you know what I mean? He says, God damn it, nigga. and he just ran across our cell. So every time he passed by our cell, you would just see this black motherfucker. Because that shit was thick, dog. That shit was thick. Anyways, so when did you...
Remind me not to think of that when we have dinner, man.
Yeah, bro. Please don't think about my fart stories when we're having dinner.
Yeah.
There's some fun. Oh man, farts always make me laugh, and I watch that shit on YouTube, bro. Like dudes do stupid shit with fart noises and smells, and now they're taking to the next level. There's this dude at Walmart, and he goes,
yeah.
And so they created a big old piece of shit, right? And so the shit was just sticking. The shit, and then they squirt like red dye in it. And then they do all this shit, bro. Yeah. I don't want to get that story, but anyways, I just did. But they're doing real creative things with stuff like that, and it is fucking hilarious, bro. I don't know. Sorry about that. Too much information, guys. What I do on my free time, I watch shit videos.
Boy's got too much time on his hands, eh?
Bro, it's funny, bro. Sometimes my kids be like, "What's so funny?" And I'm just like, and they're like, Dad's fucking burnt the fuck out. He's watching his fart videos again. So, you're refereeing, they give you a chance. Let's get back on track here. They give you a chance, you know what I mean? That's a blessing, bro. That's really huge, man. You know what I mean? And I'm just disappointed that you guys don't get paid more. But it probably does create a lot of great opportunities. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You're around.
I'm here.
Yeah, well, that's right. Bro, no, we got you. Thank you, brother. But you're around the great. You refereed Mike Tyson, bro. One of my favorite boxers next to Muhammad Ali and a couple other dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's huge. Like, it's putting you in circles. Have you ever met Dana White?
Yeah, I met Danny White.
Heard he's a real fucking good dude, bro.
He was polite to me, very, very, very polite.
And then you're hooked in. Are you guys all plugged in together? Like the Herb Deans, the homie you were mentioning, Beltran. Are you guys all like
Yeah, we're California officials. We're California
so
officials.
are you guys all like really?
We go to the same trainings and all that.
You guys are connected.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Mike's good people, man.
Does UFC make more money than the boxing dudes?
Nah, about the same.
About the same. Damn, bro. I thought I was like, for sure these dudes got to be rich.
Yeah. Nah.
You can't get rich off of refereeing.
My wife, she makes good money, so she makes
for
me
you.
rich.
Absolutely.
She's RN, Chingona.
You're an RN?
Chingona at Kaiser, Holmes.
Sheesh. Yeah, my girl's she's a nurse's assistant. She's trying to work her way up in some stuff.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
There's time.
You guys do God's work though, man.
Yeah.
Straight up. My girl be at like health facilities and she's changing diapers and stuff like that. Like she's people on what do you call those places where it's just, they have mental issue problems.
A skilled nursing facility?
Yeah, she's just in places where it's just like, damn, man, you know what I mean? This shit's crazy, and that's God's work, man.
Yeah.
Nursing assistants make the best.
Well, she could be a little hard, Holmes. Don't get me wrong. I had my gallbladder taken out. I never felt pain like that, Get better.
Does she ever just like, babe, I need to check your prostate this weekend?
I keep telling her, Holmes. And she goes, no, that ain't gonna happen, That ain't happening. I get a few hernia checks on, but I'm good, Holmes.
Yeah, man. You never know, dog. Once you get your prostate check, you may
And
never go be the same again.
One time and he bent over and I was like, what the heck?
Oh man.
It's an oral thermometer.
Yeah.
But
I remember the first time I got my booty licked, man. I was like, what the fuck? Is something wrong with me, bro? Am I on the other side now? You know what I mean? It's like, that shit was amazing.
Kiddo, I love you, man. Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. That's never happened. So the question was the referee or what came first, the Christianity. But then again, you're also a part of Teamsters. You're a union.
Yeah.
You're a union trucker.
Big union promoter.
When did you start that, brother?
I've been a Teamster since '94, Holmes. I mean, there's way more pros than cons being a union member. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I'm an IBEW Local 11
There you go.
Journeyman electrician.
Big fatty,
Yeah, I make good money, bro, when I work.
You're blessed, huh?
Yeah, I went to school for 5 years, bro. I've been doing good for 10 years straight, bro. I changed. I'm 48 now. I changed my life starting around like 38. In 10 years, bro, I just said, man, fuck this shit. It was the last time I got out of the penitentiary. I said, I'm gonna get this shit. Bam, working as an electrician. Got organized into the union, went to school for 5 years, obtained my license for the state of California as a certified journeyman electrician. I make good money, bro.
And all it is putting work in, Holmes. Putting work in,
Yeah, it's just not my passion though, bro. You feel me?
I want to retire, man. I really want to retire now.
Well, you're kind of.
The good thing about the union, it has a pension. You guys have pension?
Absolutely, bro. We got the best package, bro. Out of all the unions. I mean, at least they try to say it is, bro.
A pension's a pension, Holmes. I don't care what it is. It's still something,
Yeah, but
because that's hard to come by nowadays. Even non-union jobs that are not union, some of them get good money, but when you weigh it out to what we get, just lower. And then they don't have the protection. Some managers are bullies. Some managers just want to come in. They don't like you that day. You're fired. You can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? We have that kind of protection. Man.
I always associate the Teamsters like with some gangster shit. Is that kind of like a common thing?
Well, I was an organizer for 7 years for them.
Okay,
we
tell me
get
about
gangster if we have to,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
I was an organizer, so sometimes we go out there and the manager would come out, get off my property. You know what? You can get. As long as you don't put your hands on me, bro. I would tell him straight out, like, just don't put your hands on me. Yeah. Oh, what do we got to go there for? I go, why you got to talk to me like that?
Yeah.
I'm a man just like you. I'm talking to your employees, trying to give them a better life. If they want it, they want it. They don't, they don't. You don't need to come out here all crazy. He'd come out with like 4 or 5 managers.
Yeah.
You could have came out here by yourself and talked to me. When you come out with 4 or 5 managers, you're telling me you're coming to attack me, man.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
There's ways of going about it, but it's just it's obviously, you know, these dude is not built like you. You know what I mean? You know, there's different, you know, there's levels, baby.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, but you know, think about it too. If you own a business and you look out your window and you see fucking Popeye Ray Corona out there trying to jack your workers, like you're gonna be mad too. It's like, hey,
You know who makes it better than us is probably longshoremen, bro.
yeah,
Oh my
longshoreman.
God, they make ridiculous money,
Yeah,
But those robots are taking our jobs, eh? Gotta
what's up
stop
with
that.
that,
I
bro?
don't know how to stop it, but
they're gonna be driving the trucks too, huh?
I know.
Everything automated.
Yeah.
I did it really dawned on me, but it was like probably like 5 years ago, bro. I did a UPS center in Compton, and we were hooking up the conveyor belts. I was doing a lot of rigid pipe bending and fucking, what is the name of those things called again? But anyways, DV or not DV, but so what it is, bro, is it's a conveyor belt system that you just they unload the truck, they put the box on the thing, and it just runs through the conveyor belts, and it's all scanners. It reads the codes. It spits out out the packaging slip on the thing. The box pop sticks.
That's
you know what I
somebody's
mean?
job,
And then
Holmes.
it directs it. It directs it to which conveyor it needs to go. And I was like, damn, bro.
Somebody's job,
And this was like 5 years ago. I said, man, it's done, bro. It's done. And the workers in that place in Compton, bro, is all they were doing were unloading the trucks and putting them on the conveyor belt. That's it.
and
the
that'll
conveyor-
eventually find something in that.
And the conveyor belt did everything else with all the computers, all the scanners, everything, dog. It was one of the state of the art. It was one of the first ones in the country, bro, right there in Compton, dog. That's crazy, huh? Yeah, it's done, bro. We're done, bro. The freedom is gone, dog. Jobs, bro, people really need to think about, like, kids nowadays really need to think about what they're going to do for the future. And
Can't get by with mindless work. I mean, but that's a good thing, because you're being lazy. In some sense. Nobody wants to work UPS.
well, there's a lot of people that do work. Well, I don't want to work UPS. You don't want to work UPS. But there's a lot of kids or people that
A lot
make
of college,
it,
high school kids go to UPS right away.
Yeah, and then there's people that actually make a career out of it, bro. They
All
end
the
up
drivers
manager.
get freaking crazy money, bro.
Yeah.
They're Teamsters. They get $13 an hour to their pension.
You know what I learned, bro?
$45 an hour plus time and a half. They make crazy money.
You know what I learned, bro, is not to knock any job that because I don't want to work it, bro, because we still need people to be encouraged to work at those places, bro. Like,
It goes back to our, if you don't mind me speaking, it goes back to the politics. I personally voted for Trump, but I didn't vote for what he's doing now.
Yeah.
You know? I don't like to see our people getting taken, but that's just my opinion. But who's gonna pick the fruit? Are they gonna? You think some white, and not just white kids? You think some white black kids gonna go out there in the hot sun and pick our fruit?
No.
So what's gonna happen at the market, bro?
And
Today I went and got lunch, 3 cans of tuna, 2 bags of chips, and a coffee. Right, $65. Man.
Stupid, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
Wait, what?
$65.
It's expensive, bro.
3 big cans of tuna, 2 bags of chips, some espresso coffee, and 2 creamers.
Yeah.
$65, man. I just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot
It's-
of money, man.
Yeah, dude. Getting squeezed.
Yeah.
What do you
Yes,
buy? What do you buy, Casey, when you go to the market?
When I go to the market,
Casey's a pretty basic dude. You're kind of a basic dude, no?
I'd rather not say. Pass. Next question, sir. I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay. Yeah, market shopping is crazy expensive, bro.
Yeah.
And I still. Do you have kids in the house still?
My youngest son lives with me still.
And how old is he, if you don't mind me asking?
24.
24. Okay, so I still have. I have older kids that are in their 20s, bro, from previous relationships when I was running the streets and I was getting females pregnant on the streets, when I was living very, irresponsible. But now the kids that I've been a part of, that I've, is with my girl now, and they're 8 and 9 girls, man. And so, it's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Because they just they want to eat and be on the tablet all day long, especially in the summertime. Summertime gets super expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, because they ain't getting that motherfucking lunch, breakfast. I mean, even though they still take lunches, but I don't know. It's expensive, dog. It's crazy. When do you think that's gonna go down? Like, why are we paying so much, man?
I can't call it, bro. I can't call it. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. He's got all this tariffs on China. I mean, he's right because we were paying them up the gulo on all the stuff they were bringing in. So now he's charging them. But hopefully the jobs will come back this way. I guess that's the game plan, Holmes. I don't really understand politics that good, but I guess that's his game plan. We'll charge them to bring their stuff over here. We'll charge them to sell their product, but now you got to make the product over here. You know what I mean?
Which gives people jobs.
It gives people jobs.
You know, but then back to again what we were talking about. With the point that I wanted to make too is there's a job for everybody in this world. You know what I mean? And there's a job for a person. Like sometimes you look at McDonald's. You can go to McDonald's, and I don't really go to McDonald's, but I go there for my kids. And so I'll look back there, bro. If I walk in, I'll look back there and just check out you know what I mean? See who's working back there. And sometimes a lot of times you'll see somebody back there and they're just like pop, 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 pop. Like they're handling business, bro. And it looks like they're doing it right. You feel me? Like, and so we need those people to do those jobs right and to take pride in doing those jobs.
Exactly.
You know? So I don't know, man. So I that's why I don't like to knock. I used to talk shit about people that worked at Jack in the Box and this and that, and I still do, you know? But we were just talking about we were talking about the automated systems now and through the drive-throughs. And I said, man, what the fuck, automated systems? I enjoy going through Jack in the Box when you got the person taking your order that can barely even fucking read. You know what I mean? You know, I enjoy those conversations. You know what I mean?
Or speak English.
Speak English. You want a yumbo?
Papitas?
Yeah, you want a yumbo yak?
Oh, fuck. That's so
3
funny.
yumbo yaks.
Yeah.
We need those people because those people keep this country going, and those people
And they pay
keep
taxes when they do that, and they have those jobs. So it's not like they weren't paying taxes. You know, they give back to the community by buying refrigerators, by buying couches, by buying cars. You know what I mean? They pay taxes, bro.
When did you turn Christian, brother? When was the fork in the road? Was
I was 44 years old. I was still doing líneas.
Damn,
And,
bro.
My wife says, you know what? You got to stop this. You got to stop this. You got to stop this. And, I just I couldn't think of not having speed or meth in my life. I was a working drug addict, but I couldn't think not having it in my life.
Meth was always my drug of choice.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I love that stuff, bro. You know what I mean? And come Friday, I'd come home. I've always worked graveyard. I'd come home. I'd always stop at the Connection. My homeboy was a cook, so you're talking about a 8-ball to me was like $10 almost.
Damn.
So, it was just plentiful with me. And I came home, and the wife says, if you don't, that's it. I'm done with you. And I figured it was like, yeah, okay. She grabbed my boys. I have 3 boys with her, and she grabbed my boys and left. Man. So like 3 a.m, bro. I mean, she's my everything, I mean, we bump heads and all that a lot, but she's my everything, and my kids are my everything. And like 2 a.m, I was tweaking like a big dog, man. I just got on my knees. I said, you know what? Now, mind you, I always stood away from God in jail. To me, it was a sign of weakness. I just didn't want any kind of, hey, I know you're a Christian, So I just stood away from that. So I got on my knees and I said, if you bring my family back, I'll stop this. And she came home 3 days later, and as God is my witness, bro, 26 years doing that every day, Holmes. I have never touched it since.
Wow. Congratulations.
That was God, Holmes. That's the Holy Spirit, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God and your lady walking out.
Yeah.
For sure, dog. Yeah.
And, I don't, excuse the language, baby doll, but I don't want nobody hitting that or taking my boys, you know what I mean?
That's you right there. 100%, yeah.
And since then, I've never looked back, bro. Am I a perfect Christian? Far from it. But none of us are perfect,
Yeah.
But do I want to be an example as a Christian? I try to be, And but I couldn't have a bigger or stronger testimony than that. I know some people that just can't shake it. I'm not putting them down. But for me to shake meth off, doing it 26 years every day, bro, and just went cold turkey, man, that had to be God, homie.
Yeah, to give you that strength, right?
Yeah, because I love that stuff, bro. It made me Superman all the way around. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I know,
You know
dude.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
made me feel taller, more confident, and just made me you know what I mean? So, but thank God I kicked it. Thank God for my wife, and hey, I never looked back, bro. That's why when I see homeboys doing on that stuff, and I can't quit. You could quit, Holmes. You could quit. You just got to go the right path, thing. Some people do it different. I don't knock the NA, the AA, but you still got to have a spiritual connection with God, Holmes. Because if you don't, Holmes, there's a good chance you might fail. And though there's exceptions to the rules. There's some people that have stood away from it, but it just seems like a easier road when you have a relationship with Jesus, Holmes. When you have a
Absolutely.
relationship. And it's not about Catholic or Christian. It's just talking to him every day, bro. You wake up, thank you, Jesus, get me through today. Don't worry about yesterday and don't worry about tomorrow. Get me through today. Try to give me the wisdom to do the right things by being a father, a husband, a worker. Keep me safe. If it's my time, then, so be it, But, yeah, that's what, since then, I never look back, Holmes. I go to Calvary Chapel, Chino Valley now, But I became a Christian then at Victory Outreach, Then we all, huh? Victory
Yeah.
Outreach.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Victory Outreach, man.
Yeah.
And one of my old cellies is Pastor Ray's, I don't know, I guess you call him the head pastor of North Hollywood chapter. He used to be my cellie. Had him on here before, man. He's a little mad at me right now.
Uh-oh.
He's mad at me because they do, so he's all good now and shit. Not all good. Ray's still Ray, man. That's my boy.
Yeah.
But, like, fools, like, just because they're Christian don't mean they ain't still a gangster, you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Most are still gangster. You don't play with them dudes, you know what I mean? Especially my boy Ray. And same with you
Actually
too,
got in a
Ray.
fight there at Victory Outreach.
Yeah, talk about it.
And the funny part about it is, instead of breaking it up, they just stood around and watched them. All the homeboys like, hey, let's just let them handle the business.
Let them hash it out.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Man. But
Yeah, I put a comment because my boy Ray, man, I'm so proud of that dude, man. He travels the world, bro. Like, he really, like, through him being the pastor of that North Hollywood chapter, like, every time I see him, I'm like, damn, bro, you in motherfucking England, bro? Like, what the hell? God
Victory
is
Outreach all
good.
over.
God is good. I'm like, sure he is, So he was
try to get our blahos on there, Holmes.
that'd be nice. Yeah, let me know. So he was doing a cruise. And he said, hey, we're doing a couple cruise. He put a post up, right? And sometimes I leave retarded comments, bro. You know what I mean? And he goes, we're doing a couple cruise, and it's going to be fellowship. And if you're having problems with your, we're going to be having not mentorship, but what do they call it? Like when they're talking to you,
About, like a Bible study.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
Mentoring,
And I said, oh, that's what's up, Ray. Can I bring my side chick? You know what I mean? That's all I said, bro. He was mad. I think it was just it was a straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, this dude.
I'm trying to witness to him.
This dude is always trying to leave funny comments on my serious post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a celly, bro. I'm his ex-celly, dog. Like, weird. That's my dog right there.
Yeah.
But, I got to know when to fucking just stop, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking idiot. It's not always.
At the same time, I don't know him, but you got to have a sense of humor,
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, don't talk to me like that. I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? You can't have such a heavenly mentality where you're not worldly good, earthly good. You know what I mean?
How much is that? I mean, obviously, it's from night and day. It's changed your life in your quality of life. Is that safe to say?
Oh yeah. I go to sleep. I go to sleep comfortable. I don't wake up. My nose bleeding like a sick dog, bro.
And you kicked it all, like, 100%. Can you close that door, please?
Is that a real dog?
Yeah, it's our neighbor. He, you kicked it 100%. Like, you never touched a drop of alcohol since then?
Nah, I'm not I was never a drinker, bro.
No.
When I did the meth, I would baby a beer or something, but I'm not a drinker, bro. Never have been.
Yeah.
To me, you always got to be on your game, bro. We have so many enemies. I never knew when I'd run into somebody, I'm always afraid to get socked up, man.
Yeah.
I really am. And even now, I just try to stay. I exercise every day, run, hit the bag. I'm just afraid of getting beat up, Holmes. You know what I mean?
Even at 62 years old?
Yeah. Well, look at what happened on the freeway. I was 53 then. I mean, I was minding my own business. I don't know why that white boy came at me. To this day, I don't know why.
Well, he had a swastika on his chest, and you're Mexican, bro. You know what I mean? You know?
Well, but I never had problems with them in the joint because, in
No,
my opinion, they needed us there.
No, exactly. It's different, bro. But when you go to these fucking, you were in a different state, right?
In Norco. No, it was right here in Norco.
Was he from out here?
I never found out.
Yeah.
The Judas came and, you want to press charges? I go, no, that's not me, you know.
Yeah.
So that's not me. And to be honest, he got in the truck and just left.
Yeah.
You know, but he was in a work truck, so they took his work truck information down. But I didn't press charges. Even if I would have lost, I wouldn't have pressed charges. I still hold that code. I'm not going to tell on nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless the child's involved, I will never rat. I won't snitch on nobody.
Yeah.
Just like on my podcast, I don't, out of respect for the street, I only want to interview people that weren't informants. I've had people say, "Can we come on your podcast?" There's a certain police officer that flipped, and I just I go, brother, I don't think we're gonna match up good, But thank you, but no thank you, To me, in my opinion, even in the joint, as much as we had Judas bringing stuff in from, I didn't trust them that much more, I mean, Judas, I don't take it personal, cops. To me, cops and us, it's just cat and mouse game. Sometimes we win, sometimes they win.
Yeah, they got to do their job.
Yeah, they got to do their job. And not to mention my oldest son's 18 years, LAPD,
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for him. I got correctional officers always reach out to me, bro. Love, bro. I had a correctional officer that wanted to be on this podcast. You guys might know who the dude is. He's on a lot of fucking podcasts and shows, and he kind of like flipped on the correctional officers, So he's kind of like no good in the correctional officers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when he got at me, I'm just like, like you're kind of like you're a correctional officer, but you're no good in that circle.
Yeah.
And so I told him like this. I said, "You want to be on the podcast?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'll give you the inside intel, this, that, blah, 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 whoa, whoa." And to me, I'm just like, this sounds kind of weak, bro. Sounds like a little bitch ass fool, you know what I mean? And then I said like this, and I said, "So why would you want to be on a street podcast, bro?" You know what I mean? He goes, "Nah, because I used to be on that side, and I understand this and that, and this side is fucked up, and kind of like wormy ass shit, bro. Shit that I'm not into. I don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? Even if it could potentially be something good, like I'll pass on a lot of this shit."
Yeah.
And I said, "Check it out, bro." And I said, "Well, why do you want to be on the street thing? You know what I mean? Do you believe in street reform? I mean, do you believe in these guys? Are you advocating for dudes like myself and dudes that have been through the prison system to do better? Like, how are you giving back, bro? Are you just coming on here to promote your podcast? You know what I mean? And try to get within this circle right here, And then he was like, "Nah, I do. I believe in prison reform and this, that, the other, and whoop, whoop." And I said, "All right, well, check it out, bro. We've been around for a minute, bro. We help out a lot of lifers that come on this platform, because I do, bro. All lifers, I give them cash, bro. You know what I mean? I give them money. I do a lot of, and I try to connect in the back, dots in the background with jobs, bro. A lot of stuff that's not publicized right here. I really try to help out the fellas, solid homies, that get out, that come on the podcast. You share your story, and I really try to advocate for them in every possible way I can to utilize what I've created, you know what I mean, for them, so they can stay out of jail, stay off of drugs, do good, bro. And so I tell this dude, I said, "Hey, bro, here's excuse me, here's my Cash App, bro. You know what I mean? Make a small donation to Hoodstock's platform. Make a small donation to Hoodstock's platform, and I'll think about having you on." And I told him the money goes to, guys that we have on coming out from prison, which 100% does it. And never made the small donation, you know what I mean? But I really just didn't want to have him on.
Yeah.
And I knew he wasn't gonna, you know what I mean? But anyways, I don't know why I said all that, but I do agree with, it's probably off of what you were saying in regards to you in picking certain guests.
I mean, you got to respect these guys that did it right, I guess, even if it's in the underworld, even if it's on the gang side. I got to respect that guy that didn't lock it up or didn't debrief or didn't, drop dime. I got to give him the respect to not give these guys a platform that did do it. And you know what? For whatever reason they did it, that's on them. But I just feel, and plus there's got to be some kind of chemistry. You know what I mean? I can't just bring you on and you're over here bad mouthing. I just say me. You know what I mean? And like I said about the cops, you could hate them, you could love them, but to me, I never took it personal. It's a cat and mouse game, bro.
I've always said that too.
They saved my butt on Whittier Boulevard. We're getting outnumbered, jumped, Holmes. If they didn't drive up, the guys would have killed us, see? They even told us, boy, we saved your asses, You know what I mean?
So I always tell the homies on here, I said, bro, don't be on here and be a cell soldier and start mouthing LAPD or any agencies, nothing like that, bro. Because that's something that I've never done, bro. When every time Northeast Division, bro, snatched me up, I clown the rookies, bro.
Yeah.
Clown all the rookies, bro. I'll be roasting them, bro. Hey, dog, what's up with this shit? Because I know the other ones already.
Yeah.
They know me, you know what I mean? Hey, what's up with this little bitch-ass fool scared, bro? Look at them shaking. And they'll be laughing at the rookie and stuff. And I created that relationship with the police officers out of my area. Yeah. And that's it. They're like, hey, I'm not mad, bro.
Yeah.
I commit the crime. Your job is to arrest me.
That's right.
This time you win, And like you said,
heaven
it's cat and
forbid
mouse.
one of our kids get missing. You're going to want them out there.
Bro, there's got to be police officers, bottom line, bro. There's got to be police officers, you know what I mean? If something's happening at my house right now, what they got to do, bro, is they got to call the cops, bro.
Yeah.
Because I got family, got girls there, bro, and these cops need to do their job and make sure my family is safe, bro. But if I'm there, I got that shit.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
The only thing I'm going to be calling is the ambulance for that motherfucker. Would you like to take a couple phone calls before we go away? Before let's get a couple phone calls up, Casey.
Got you.
Got 600 people tapped in right here. Shout out to you, 603 people. Hit that like, but most importantly, go to
Third Man in the Ring podcast.
Third Man in the Ring podcast. Support the OG right here, man.
Thank you.
He's doing great things within the community. Bam, bam, bam. What are you guys saying in the chat right here? Casey is true and smell like hot dog water. Casey, is it true you smell like hot dog water?
That's untrue. I didn't answer the groceries question because I'm about to go on a Costco rotisserie chicken diet.
Oh, are you? Are you?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it was kind of like you kind of threw me off, bro, when you didn't. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm about to go on a Costco rotisserie chicken diet, baby. Let's go.
Is that a new diet or something?
I'm gonna try to lose some damn weight, dude.
No, but is that a diet that people go on, a rotisserie chicken? Because it's a damn good price at Costco.
Yeah, so you hit that and you hit like the salad and then that's all you fucking eat. And then eggs in the morning and you just hit like protein shake and work out and get in that count.
So are you gonna start working out?
Not like seriously, but like 4 times 30, like 20 minutes. That's it.
So this man's torso is like this, bro. Like he's all legs. And have you seen him stand up, bro? He's got a super small. Bro, he's got a super small torso, bro. You know what I mean? Like his nipples are parallel with his belly button.
Right, bro. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. Lucky, interview me next, Playboy. Who the fuck is that? Bipolar chipmunk? Why the fuck would I want to interview a bipolar chipmunk? Then we got 2 bipolar motherfuckers chopping it up. You know what I mean? We don't need that. That's a whole lot of motherfucking stress for the audience. Shout out Popeye Ray. Good interview. After last week, he wants to work out. Bop, 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 bop. A lot of love in there. I'll see you guys. CHP helped me getting out from the 605 freeway. Yeah, man. Bro, never ever am I going to be bashing any of these agencies out here because I'd be a dumb motherfucker. Because I see people do that, bro, that have been in social media because they didn't know no better, bro. They didn't know the game. And they thought that was the thing to win the audience, get the likes, bro. And one of those dudes, I'm not going to say his name. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Is sitting in a prison cell right now, bro. You know what I mean? You know, that will come around and bite you in the ass, bro. Motherfuckers don't forget that shit. Just like fools on the streets. You heckle a motherfucker every day on the streets. Sooner or later, that motherfucker might be retired, but you gonna catch him on the day he got fired from his work, homie.
Yeah.
And he gonna be thinking about your ass. I see you guys right there. So how is Let me see what my girl. Hold on, my girl texted me real quick. Let me see. Usually she's got something to say. Hey, the sound on the live is going in and out, not consistently, but enough to interrupt it for a second.
Did she refresh?
That's my girl. My girl's paying attention. She's watching your interview, bro. She must be interested on Popeye Ray. Are we good, Casey?
I mean, yeah, the stream's been excellent this whole time. They fixed the modem, so.
What do you do brother, on your, like, outside of refereeing and, you know, what do you do for fun, bro? Like, what do you enjoy, brother?
My wife and my grandkids.
Yeah. I mean, do you have any side hobbies outside? Like you know?
I have a 53 Bel Air. I'm trying to get going, Holmes. It's running sweet, just needs cosmetic, and that's it.
That's an expensive hobby, huh?
Nick, don't say that in front of her. Man, it seems like it's always something new with that thing, huh?
It's endless, huh?
Endless, Holmes.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that and hanging out with the wife, you know, just follow her while she's shopping, Holmes, and you know what I mean?
You're a good man, bro. You're a good man.
Try to be, Holmes.
Does she go with you to the fights when you have the good refereeing fights? Yeah.
She goes sometimes. And she's into fashion though. She'll say, "Hey, that guy's shoes do not match with his trunks." I'm like, all right, babes. You know what I mean?
Who's got the best fashion in boxing? Do you think? Is there someone that sticks out that you're just like, hey, I like this guy's style right here?
I like the old school, Holmes, the black and white shoes, and I wear Nikes. I wear Nikes all the time. Yeah.
Danny Garcia.
Who?
Danny Garcia.
Oh, but she likes him. That's why.
He's a kid. Nah, he's a pretty.
He's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
No, my daughter likes him.
Okay, there you go. What do you think of? What was I going to ask you right now? The Canelo and Terrence.
He can't talk about it.
Speak on that.
Oh, you can't speak on fights. Who would you think is going to win? You're not refereeing that fight, are you?
I don't know yet.
Ah, okay,
I
for
can't
sure.
speak on it.
I hope you get that, bro.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be super nice, bro. Does fighters ever be like, hey, you know what, man? These dudes are underpaid, bro. Like, take care of bro. You can't even say it. Even
the promoters actually think we get overpaid, eh?
They think you get over. They think,
but you know this new Tariq, the Middle Eastern guy that's taking over boxing.
I like that dude.
He's really. I heard he paid a referee over there in Dubai $30,000 for one of the fights. I'm like, damn.
Hey, that fool's changing the game, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He's talking about taking pay-per-views away.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be awesome, bro?
Love that, bro.
He'd get more pay-per-view. He'd get more viewing, and people would just fall in love with it.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
He sees it because unfortunately, when the boomers pass, boxing's just gonna go straight down.
Yeah,
because they're the only one keeping it up right now.
Yeah. And then he's hooking up with Dana White as well. I mean, he's just taking over everything, bro. But you know, he had the last show in the Coliseum right here in downtown LA last year, and he lost over $1 million just putting it on. But on the news, they said he made it back like within minutes. That's how wealthy. They said he couldn't spend his money in 2 lifetimes, bro.
Damn.
He tried, and and he's the son. He's not the top guy. It's his dad that's the trillionaire. But that's just his hobby, boxing and MMA.
Oh, that black gold, oil.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's all oil, bro. They said this is on the news, 2 lifetimes he couldn't spend his money.
Damn, I wish I could have been an Arabian prince.
For real.
God
damn.
Instead, God had other things in plan. He's like, I'm going to make a half Jew and half Mexican. Everybody's going to hate this dude. Straight up, bro.
You said that, not me, bro.
Oh, it's true, brother. It's true, though. It's true.
Jack Reese, one of our referees, he's Jewish, man, but he's a down white boy. Eh? And you know, in my Christian faith, we got to back up the Jewish people to the curb, bro.
Yeah, even if they're fucking committing fucking.
That's right. That's right. We got to back them up, bro.
Even if they're committing fucking whatchamacallit, genocide.
Genocide out there. God says, "Hey, those who bless my people, I will bless." You know, He doesn't say if they do this or if they don't do this. So
God's people killed His own son too. What crazy.
Yeah. But hey,
those Jews are just down, Phil.
Lucky ass.
they're just out.
Lucky ass son of a bitch.
Advance.
Can you read any of those comments right there?
What did it say? Advance Red Norte.
Norte's in the chat right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Props, homie.
Yeah, respect to everybody, man. Thank you, Ghost. Yeah, smack that like, man. Smack that like, and this gets in the algorithm. We've been having, so YouTube fuck with the algorithm a little bit, and they're just doing some things different. It's weird. How's it running on your end? I mean, how do you run your podcast? Do you run it under your house, or you got a spot or something?
I go to them. Holmes.
Oh, you pull up with a camera and everything?
I pull up with a camera. I don't think anybody's gonna go out there, bro, to my house, you know. And I don't have my wife's a fashion fanatic, Holmes. Everything's got to be in order, and she ain't gonna let me put no camera up in no room, man.
You don't want people coming to your house.
Yeah.
But then again, if you got a certain caliber of people, then it's probably okay.
Yeah.
But in general, you don't. Like,
I do all mine in person, Holmes, and to be honest, I really don't know what I'm doing. I just put the 2 cameras on and talk, Holmes. I don't have no cards, and I just talk from the heart. I call it barbershop talk, you know.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Just talk, bro. So yeah.
Who's some of the people you interviewed?
As far as I've interviewed all the top referees. Tom Taylor, the one that did the Pacquiao fight last night. He's probably the #1 referee in the world right now.
Who won that fight last night?
God, I don't even know. I haven't seen it yet.
I think Barrios won that fight, but
Yeah.
my boy
he
was
gave a
telling
lot
me-
of way of the rounds, bro.
He gave a lot of the way the rounds.
He gave away. He's always had that downfall as far as Barrios. He kind of, you know, doesn't give it his all, and he'll kick back, let a couple rounds go. But
Majority draw.
Majority draw. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Props to Pacquiao for that, you know.
Majority draw. So a draw just goes on the right side of the column, then, right?
Nobody lost nothing.
Yeah, but there's a draw column, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, Pacquiao is just absolutely amazing.
Oh, that dude was beasting.
Was he beasting it?
Bro, yeah, let me get a video. I'll show you right now.
Because Barrios ain't he's a good fighter.
Yeah, he is.
I think I've seen some of his fights. I was like, this
I
dude
refereed one of his fights too out here in L.A.
Where's he originally out of?
Texas.
Texas, that's right.
He's a native Indian.
Is he native Indian? I thought he was Mexican. Didn't he have
Well,
OT, the Mexican OT? OT the Mexican? What do you call that fool?
The Mexican OT. Look at it right here. Look at some of this exchange right here. Wait.
Yeah, it's Tom
Look at
Taylor,
that.
the referee too. He's a California referee.
Boom. I guess still got it.
Pacquiao's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to that dude. Ah, man, I was watching the fight and then he
No. It's only 15 seconds. You've been watching the
loop.
loop.
I was like, who are those? Oh, that's us.
You guys are watching the loop.
Yeah, the loopy loop. Casey looks like the greatest milkman this town's ever seen. Only 1 subscriber. What a shame. The blank world and only 1 subscriber. I don't know what Rated R is talking about. Shout out to my dog Rated R, man.
There's where they call it.
Okay, yeah, let's see that real quick. Because I was watching the UFC fight on the stream, so I couldn't bounce around or nothing like that. It was a hot stream, bro. Damn. That's good for Pacquiao, but that's bad for Barrios, you know what I mean? Big time, man.
Couldn't beat the old man, you know.
Couldn't beat the old man. That dude, how old is Pacquiao right now?
It's got to be 41, 42.
What do you think of Usyk, man? That dude's a beast, huh? Ukraine, man, stand up.
There are different kind of weddles out there. Holmes.
Straight up, bro. They different out there. Shout out to Ukraine, man. We actually have a lot of supporters out of Ukraine, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, through my through the Spotify side. So the Spotify side, I see analytics and my following Ukraine, Hoodstock's following Ukraine is fucking growing, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy, man.
Pacquiao's 46 years old.
Yeah, that's
46.
old for a fighter, bro. That's 32 is old for a fighter, right? So 46, yeesh.
Russia, man, use corn oil to fuel. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Does Popeye pay for his own trips if he has to travel, or is it work paid for hotels, food? Yeah, we asked
Everything. They pay for everything.
Food too, huh?
Food, plane.
And so is it a food stipend?
Yeah.
Yeah, like here's X amount of money for food.
Yeah. Or they ask you to go into their restaurants right there at the hotel.
Yeah, which is easy,
Just
right?
put it on the room, you know.
What do you order? Steak every time?
No, I'm a chicken and fish, Holmes. Chicken and fish.
You don't like red meat?
Nah.
Damn, I inviting you. I know not to invite you to the carne asada, bro.
I'm just not into that stuff anymore. I don't want to put on weight, Holmes. My wife weighs me every Monday, Holmes. If I put on weight, she...
That's good. That's good.
She's shaking her head.
Yeah, I don't want.
I was like, man, that's
I don't want to put on weight, Holmes.
What did he say? Thank you for the $9.99, Cesar Chavez. He goes, okay, I'm out. Good night, y'all lates. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And happy birthday, Popeye. Taco nozzle all the way.
That's right. That's right. That's taco nozzle, man. I turned into a tank there, Holmes.
What
Taco
is,
nozzle is really good.
is that the owner of Taco Nozzle or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Michael Ramirez is the owner of
Oh
Taco
no, Michael's not. It's Jesse, right?
But so they know you. Are you
Yeah, I interviewed Jesse.
from Taco Nozzle?
Taco Nozzle. He's the owner of the three Taco Nozzles, but the original's one's right there in my barrio, off the 605 in Valley.
Yeah.
That's the original right there. Man, I love those fish tacos.
Those are
the
the best.
best, bro. Taco
The other
Nozzle is
two-
amazing, bro.
They even have a
their-
secret menu.
Their portions are small though. At least with the shrimp cocktail, it is. Go ahead.
Hey, their tacos are good too.
Tacos
Yeah.
are good, bro. Everything's good. Greatest podcast on the West Coast. We don't do cheese, man. No, we don't right here. No.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes we like to talk shit, but it's just us
Just a little
wilding
bit,
out.
no?
It's a little bit, bro. Yeah, I love Taco Nozzle. There's a spot down this. Well, I don't want to say exactly where we're at, but I'll tell you another spot that's good. That's real close by right here. And then there's a few blocks that way. There's a Tacos a Cabron, which is a street vendor, bro. Phew, fire, bro.
Yeah.
Fire. And they must be they ain't tripping because they still up there chopping shit, bro. So they must have their papers or something, you know what I mean? Because a lot of small spots on the streets, shit, they all gone, bro.
Disappeared.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
disappeared. You know? I love you, Lucky. I love you too. I love you too, Lucky's foreskin. It's his
Miss
handle.
you.
It's his handle, bro. Lucky's foreskin. Fucking guys, man. Guys, shout out to the chat. I love you guys, man. And nobody called in, so shame on you guys. You guys missed out. Interesting. They may have been just more interested on just hearing, hearing you talk. Sometimes it be
Yeah.
like that, bro.
That's cool.
Or maybe I asked all the right questions.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we hit it. We hit everything, Holmes.
I think we did pretty good, huh?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on, man.
No, I appreciate it.
That's pretty cool the way you have that, man.
You need to get into that, bro. Any way I can help you on helping you elevate your podcast game, bro, I'll give you the game, bro. I gotta, yeah, man.
You got to rent him out, Holmes, for a couple of days, eh?
Yeah, you're mobile though, so it would be harder with you. We would have to buy like an internet provider with mobile with a modem, and then you could
I
go
don't know,
live.
I don't know
with
what
it.
you're
So that
saying, Holmes, but yeah. Okay.
So I created this setup right here. You know what I mean? And then I taught this guy. He's a computer guy already. I taught this guy the basics of what I do, and then obviously he's been able to, you know what I mean?
Perfect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad does tech and TV, so I know how to like hook up all cameras into different towers and all systems and stuff. I kind of learned it as a kid in a way.
But this whole setup is still my original
Yeah,
setup,
yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? All this shit right here, all this, I know where every cord goes to. I plugged in all these cords right here, bro. This is all like, you know what I mean? Obviously it's a mess, bro. It should be a lot better.
It looks nice.
But,
to me, Holmes.
that's something that I had to do starting not knowing anybody. And anybody that wants to do this, you can do this. All you
Yeah.
got to do is look it up on YouTube, bro. And if you can follow directions, instructions, then you can set yourself a setup. And that's what I did, bro. I just fucking went down the rabbit hole. Oh shit, this camera, I don't know how to use these cameras, you know what I mean? Bam, let me look up a Canon, whoop-de-whoop-whoop, you know
Hey,
what I
your
mean?
phone's on airplane mode, Lucky. That's why they're saying the calls aren't going through.
Oh yeah, my phone, oh my bad, bro.
And I was like, wait, hold on. Fuck, it was on airplane mode.
Oh yeah, my shit's answer, Luck. Sorry guys, my bad, bro.
Call
Here.
in, call back in.
Yeah, there we go. Let me get this call right here. Sorry about that, dog. They want to talk to you. My phone's just on airplane mode. Let's see.
Hello.
What up, dog? Sorry about that. My phone was on airplane mode. You got Popeye Ray. Let's go. Hello?
And
All right,
me
let's
have
go.
a 2 pizzas with
Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. You're live, baby. Let's go.
Yo, what up? What up, Lucky?
What up, my
What up,
dog?
Ray?
Sorry, I had an airplane mode, bro. Talk to us.
Hey, Popeye Ray, what's the top 3 fights that you refereed for? The most vicious fights?
The one that comes to mind on me is Fundura Mendoza. That was an awesome fight. The other one is probably Rocha and Santillan. And then the third one is Santillan and Norman. Unfortunately, Santillan got knocked out vicious, but it was just a real brutal, toe-to-toe, vicious. All three of them were just vicious knockouts, you know. I guess that's what the fans like, you know. But it was with skill boxing, though, brother. Yeah, those three really come to mind, you know.
All right, cool. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank
too,
you,
brother.
homie.
Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Oh, hey, what's up, Lucky? It's Esmeraldo.
What's
Well,
up?
Esmeralda, but you always call me Esmeraldo.
What's up, Esmeraldo? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. You know, great podcast. I really enjoyed the interview. For some reason, I thought you had Popeye on your podcast before, but I guess not.
No, I've never had Popeye on before.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's been on neighboring podcasts, so you know what I mean. So that's probably where the mix-up comes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I just want to give show him love and I shout out to his wife. I'm a nurse too, so
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you work at Kaiser? What
I sure do.
what department do you work?
I'm actually a nurse manager, so I'm a nurse manager.
Oh, okay.
So I'm over med-surg tele.
Oh, okay. I work in oncology.
Oh, you know what? That's where I originally was. I was an oncology nurse, so good for you.
Oh, okay.
And you really
are doing
God's
like
work.
it.
Really are doing God's work
Yeah.
there, and it takes a certain heart to be that kind of a nurse.
100%. God's
Yeah,
word.
good. I'm glad you keep them in line. You know, I always say the saying is true. Behind every good man is a good woman.
That's right. Thank you.
Thanks for calling
Yeah.
in.
Or if you're in
You're
California,
welcome. You guys have a great night.
you too. All right, bye. I was gonna say, or if you're in California, behind every man is a good man in a miniskirt. Can't leave out the tranny community. Look, only Casey laughs at that. Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. You're on Hood Stocks. Going once, going twice. Ooh. Go ahead, guys. Keep on calling, man. Sorry about that, Popeye. Bam, bam, bam. Where's it? There we go. These calls are flowing in now, bro. They did one. Popeye's like, what the fuck?
But
Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. So, yeah, your phone's tripping, bro. Let's see. Let me see. Try it again, bro. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
How you doing, Papa Ray?
Good. Who's this, homie?
It's Michael the bartender, Sal.
Who?
Michael the bartender, Sal.
All right. How's it going, homie?
It's good. I just want to say much props.
Thank you, brother.
Big all day and little.
That's
And,
right.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, homie.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. You're live on Hood Stocks.
Papa.
Hey, what's up, Mio? My grandson, eh?
That's cool.
What's up, Papa?
None. What are you doing, Mio?
Hi, Nana.
Hi, baby. How you doing?
Good.
All right. I love you, Dad.
Love you too.
All right, Mio.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You're on Hood. Oh, sorry. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Kibo, shout out to the SDG, eh?
All right, homie.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Lucky?
Chilling, my dog. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Sporty, I'm from Wisconsin.
Hey, Wisconsin in the house. Let's go, baby. What's up,
I
Sporty?
just want to say what's up to you and Popeye and keep doing what you're doing, my boy.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All
right, brother. Wisconsin, baby. Let's go. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hi, Hoodstock.
Hi.
Hi, Papa Ray.
Hello.
Just want to send my condolences to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you have a friend that's dealing with depression, reach out to them, man. Just reach out to them. And,
You know what?
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, but my nephew's going through some type of thing, and it's like he's pushing everybody away, and it's hard to really be with him 24/7 and pin him down like that. What do you do with something like that?
If you can get him help, get him to a church. If he needs psychiatric treatment, get him to a hospital. But if he's not on drugs, pray with him. The biggest thing is pray with him. Tell him you love him. Tell him it's gonna get better. Tell him that you're there for him, and just keep encouraging him. And if he has family member, everybody take a little. Hey, you're gonna have him for the next 2-3 hours, and everybody just keep an eye on him.
Yeah,
you can't
for sure.
you can't force him. Obviously, you can't force him if he's an adult.
Right.
But the best thing is just pray for him. Tell him you love him. Tell him you care. And remember, what defines a bad day is a good day, and what defines a good day is a bad day. But God's there for you. You just got to reach out. He's got to reach out. And if he doesn't want to reach out, just again, tell him you love him, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that. I try to do that on a daily, but like I said, he's just pushing everybody away, and it's he lost his little sister, and his uncle, my brother, and he's just taking it really hard. Doesn't know how to handle things, and but like all of us are going through it, and you can't. I guess he doesn't like saying what we think is best for him. He gets mad when we say, well, what's best if you do this, if you do that, and he's like, why is everybody telling me what to do? Depression is real, and I will take your words in stride for sure. And I had something on another note. I have 4 brothers. I'm the baby of 8. I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters, and my brothers would teach me how to fight because for some reason my right hand would like be sloppy and go like sideways, right, when I would go to punch. So they basically taught me like how to punch with each hand and hit a punching bag. My funniest thing that you said was that my brothers had told me the same thing. Always go towards like the fight. Don't let nobody hit you first.
Yeah.
And being a girl, never questioning that, I always thought that I was the only one that knew that,
Yeah, you don't be a victim,
Yeah. I don't condone fights, you guys.
Yeah, walk away at all costs, but
Yeah. But you know how to do it when you're schooled right. Right.
That's right.
Lucky.
Yes.
Smile, homie.
Trying to. You depressing me.
You're right.
Hey, thank you for calling. Love you, girl.
Right.
Keep your head up.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, Lucky?
Chilling, dog. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Calling from P-Town, Pomona. This is Mondo Rodriguez right here.
Hey.
Shout out to Ray, man.
What's happening?
And his family. Putting it down for the brown side of town. Putting it down for the Rasta out there refereeing for us, man. First Chicano referee out there.
We
appreciate you,
homie.
Ray.
Thank you, brother.
This is Keto's little brother, man.
All right.
Want to show some love to you guys, man. You guys are always putting it down. You lucky.
Appreciate
I'm
you.
always tuned in.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate you guys.
Likewise, brother.
God bless, bro.
God bless, brother.
Thanks.
Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
I want to wrestle Casey with baby oil.
He's back. I haven't heard from that dude in a minute, man. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, man? What's up, Lucky? How's it going?
Very well. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Ruben from Baldwin Park. I just want to say what's up to Popeye.
What's happening, Holmes?
What's up,
Mayero.
Mayero, that's right, man.
That's right.
Hey, shout out to you, man. My condolences to your homeboy Toro.
Thank you,
I met
homie.
him. He's a really good dude, man. Yeah, you're right, man. You're sending the right message on checking up on your homeboys, checking up on your family, your friends. Just tell them that you're there for them and you love them could make a difference, man.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah,
A good word always helps, homie.
That's it, homie. That's it. And each one, you know, then, you know, he's going to know that and he can do the same for the next person. You know what I mean? So, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Lucky.
Thank you, homie.
Thank you, brother.
Come. All right.
All right, brother. Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hello.
Turn the volume down in the background, my dog.
Come on. Yo.
What's happening, homie?
Shout out to all you fools, dog. Fucking the SGV, everyone, homie.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, shit, dog. Fucking, my condolences for your fallen soldier and shit, dog.
Thank you, homie.
Simón, dog. Mucho respeto y todo. Fucking, hold that shit down, homie, and shit. Hell yeah, a chingarle.
All right, homie. Thank you.
Have a good day, brother.
Viva Mexico.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, Lucky?
What's up, my dog?
What's cracking, Ray? Popeye Ray, man.
What's
Shout out,
happening,
homeboy.
Hold on, my dog.
Simón.
Turn the volume down in the background.
What's up?
Can you turn the volume down in the background?
Yeah. Can you hear me now or what?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Hey, what's up, Popeye Ray?
What's happening, homie?
Myself, homeboy. Hey, shout out, man. My condolences to Big Toro, man. I did a little tiempo with him, you know?
Thank you, homie. Thank
Toro,
you.
Nick Martinez, homeboy. Fuck, that vato was well respected in all the SGV, homie.
Yeah, he was,
Azusa
bro.
to Monte, to Bassett, to La Puente, you know, all the way to Pomona, dog. Yeah, homie, crazy shit, dog. My respects, my condolences. He's in a better place, homie, you know?
Thank you,
I
brother.
did some
Thank
tiempo
you.
with a couple camaradas from Big, homie. You know, Big Spooks, Cool Joe. I could go on and name a whole roster, my boy.
Yeah.
But hey, man, my respect, and you know, hey, it's doing you, doggy. Ya sabes, homie.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank
Hey,
you, homie.
Big luck.
Yes, sir.
Hey, keep up the good work, homie. Hey, you gotta get Enemy Most Wanted on your podcast, homeboy.
Okay. Well, help me out. Give me a lead. Hit my
I
DM.
will, homie. I'll DM you on IG, dog. That's
Yeah.
a legend, dog. You know.
Yeah, I want to have on what you guys want to. What you guys want to hear, stories you want to see. I mean, hear. You know what I mean? And let's just DM me, brother.
Oh, hey, you got little one, Shadow, little G. He's around your age too, Enemy.
Okay.
Most Wanted. He's a legend in the game, dog. I'll DM you on IG, dog. You know.
Thank you,
That
bro.
way We'll go about it, dog. Yeah.
Thank you,
All
dog.
right, my boy. Yeah, drop away. I saw it. First star. Homie, number one on the charts. That's it.
That's right.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, buenas noches, homie. I have a question for your guest.
Yes, sir. Shoot it.
What is one main thing that your wife has done to help you with your career in becoming a Chicano referee?
She supports me, Holmes, in all avenues of it. She's, you know, she gets me to the fights on time. She gets my clothes on time. She supports me. She makes sure I'm well fed, taken care of in all avenues, Holmes. You know what I mean? And
Is there one special moment in particular that you will never forget?
of my wife supporting me,
Yes, sir.
just being there, Holmes. Just being there. She's been there from day one, homie. She's.
When you were not going to be a referee anymore.
Oh yeah, when I got suspended, Holmes, for the 1 year, and they told me that they weren't going to give me back my license, I was really afraid that I was going to get back into the street life, and she was just there for me to support me, Holmes. She prayed with me, and you know, yeah, that was really a rough time, and even like now, my homeboy Toro, even though she knew Toro too, he was real close to me. I was struggling a couple days ago, but hey, it was my Ruka being there with me, Holmes. Yeah, I got a solid high now, eh?
Hey, gracias a Dios, homie. Hey,
Thank you, homie.
Shoot you, lady, man. Real shit. Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. Phone calls are going crazy, bro. First, I was like, that's kind of interesting, man. Nobody's calling on airplane mode, bro. I'm glad. Did someone say it in the
They
chat?
finally started saying like, "Oh, it's on air," or
Shout out to
they're
that
going to
motherfucker, bro.
voicemail. They're going to voicemail.
Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What up, Lucky?
What's up, my dog? Where you calling from?
Calling from Whittier.
Waiting in the house. What's your
So,
name, bro?
what do you?
Michael, this is the one I sent you the message, right? Oh, Taconazo all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy your videos and your interview with the owner of Taconazo.
Oh, thank you, homie. Thank you.
Yeah, muchos saludos and much support and much love.
Thank you, brother.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
You too.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Big Lud.
Yes, sir.
Hey, brother. I just want to say what's up to Ray.
How you doing, bro?
Always number one. The Tula family from Bassett.
All right. Yeah, the Tula's Shady and them.
Yeah, Fuzz, Paul Tula.
Yeah, Paul.
Good friend of mine. Just want to say what's up, respect, and Hood Stocks member since day one.
Thank
Keep
you,
it up,
brother.
Lud.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, Lucky?
Chilling, my dog. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Gabe from La Puente.
What's
up?
happening, homie?
What up, Gabe? How you doing?
Good. I'm a 25-year electrician, homie.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Were you non-union or union?
Non-union.
How come we never
I
went
know
to
you
union?
hating. I know you hating, dog.
No, I ain't hating, bro. I worked non-union, bro, before I got into the union. I was a non-union electrician, and then I got organized in, brother, as a non-union.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out now. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to get into a better company, homie. Too much racism going on, in the trade right now. At least in my company. But other than that, I wanted to send a shout out to Popeye.
Hey, what's up, homie?
Do you still attend Chino Valley?
Excuse me?
Huh?
What did you ask, brother?
Do you still attend Chino Valley, Calvary Chapel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, man. I got saved right there.
Amen, bro. Amen. That's awesome, Pastor David Rosales.
Pastor David is, man.
Yes.
Pastor David. He brings it deep.
Yes, he does, brother.
But I kind of fell out of there for a minute. I'm really trying to find a good place, for me and my wife.
Yeah.
Go, serve the Lord and stuff like that. But it's hard, man. It's difficult. You know what I mean? I had so many roots right there at that church. But when I seen you come onto this podcast, I was like, dude. I was like, that's, I watched Lucky, like, faithfully,
Yeah.
I've never called in, but, I love the show. Love the show, Luck.
Appreciate you, my
Keep it real,
dog.
dog.
Appreciate you,
Be an
brother.
asshole sometimes, but that's just who you are, homie.
Sorry about that, dog.
And I appreciate that so much. No, it's who you
Yeah,
are, dog.
that's right. That's right.
Real, fool.
Yeah.
Be
That's
who you
what
are.
that what
Because
got
that's
me
the
to
reason
see
why we
to watch
tune
him,
in.
man. He talks from the heart, Holmes. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
that's the reason why I tune in.
That's right.
Thank you, brother.
But like I said, you know what? I think sometimes I hear you talking about the trade and how you do electrical and all that stuff. And like, bro, I've been doing this for so long that I'm proud of the fact that you talk about the trade, because I think a lot of the raza, especially the younger kids, I wish there could be something that we can do to really inspire the younger generation to get into this trade, that is really good for just all of us,
Absolutely.
It's in demand right now. And then also to have a brother like Popeye, like, dude, we're talking about a combination right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? A very good spiritual man who knows the Lord, loves the Lord, serves him faithfully. And bro, I know you work your ass off, right, Luck? I
Yes,
know
sir.
you have to.
Yeah, I do.
Do you know how to bend pipe?
Shoot that shit. Rigid everything, brother.
Oh, all right, cool.
Bending pipe, bro, is probably one of my favorite things to do in the trade, and I don't have too many because I'm proud of my work. I like to put it up. I take pictures. My phone is filled with a lot of just different
Videos.
Yeah, exactly. You know how it is, bro.
Shots. You're
Take
all
skill
proud of
for
your
that,
work,
no?
be able
Huh?
to do all
You have to
that.
be skilled to do that, no?
Bend conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do certain radiuses, multipliers, this and that for the degree of the bend. You know what I mean? It's something. Within the electricians, bro. First question a lot of times I'll ask you is, do you know how to bend pipe? It's important, brother.
Yeah.
Because it's a real skill.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Hey, real quick, though, I don't want to take too much of your time. a brother of mine in the company just got hit with 480. You know, luckily he survived.
Wow.
But the arc flash hit him so hard, Holmes, that it ended up just burning. Like he literally caught on fire. You know, he survived. He's back at the job, but it ended up messing up his hands a little bit. You know, he got second-degree burns and stuff, but it really woke me up, Holmes. It really woke me up. It really made me feel like that could have been any of us, you know. And you got to be careful when you're in that trade, but it's nothing to be feared. It's always to be respected.
I've been hung up on 277, bro, non-union.
No way.
Yeah, I was getting. It was like in. I got out the penitentiary in 2006. I'm working non-union. You know, I ended up. Then the recession came, bro. So I ended up back in selling drugs and shit. You know what I mean? But I was working a company called All Valley Electric, non-union. One dude in his van and me. We're working at the Paul Mitchell Beauty Salon in the Valley, San Fernando Valley, a mall they had out there. I don't think they have it anymore. But anyways, it was a lighting circuit. He told me he turned it off, bro. He said, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get something from the van, bro. I put my hand on the fucking, it was 12.3, bro. It was a 12.3 MC. You know what I mean? And so he turned one circuit off, but the other leg was still fucking hot, bro. He takes off, bro. I put my hand on the metal sheathing, right? And then I go to touch it, and bam, it just got me, bro. And I just started rocking me, bro. I was on this fucking ladder, bro, in the girl's bathroom, bro, getting fucking rocked. And the whole time we were working in there, females were coming in. They're like, hey, can we use the bathroom? And they're bomb-ass females, bro. You know what I mean? So every time they walk in, I try to make sure my tool belt was on cool, bro. I had a good pose, like with a screwdriver, like I was about to take care of business, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn, these bitches are bad, bro. And we had to tell them these are men's bathroom. But anyways, I'm getting rocked, getting rocked, and I know I'm getting hit, bro. My brain is working, but I can't, I completed the circuit, you know what I mean? So it's going through this arm, going through my chest, and it's just going in circles, bro. Blah, 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 blah. Long story short, dog, I guess when I was getting rocked that time, it worked my feet off the ledge of the ladder, bro. And so finally my weight pulled me off the line. And I landed on my feet. I fell back in the fucking sinks that were right there, bro. And you know the first thing that came to mind? I hope none of them bitches saw that shit.
Hey, brother, you have a purpose. You have a purpose.
Oh, I almost died, bro. The first thing I thought about was like, man, I hope none of them bitches came and seen that shit.
That'd be cool, huh?
They're like, look at the electrician, bro. That brother was just getting fucking electrocuted. I gotta go cut some hair. I was young, baby. You know what I mean? You know, I was worried about that.
That would look cool at all times.
It's all good. Hey, you know what? Everybody always asks, have you ever been shocked? And I always tell, like, especially from a plumber, they'll be like, hey, you ever been shocked? And I'm like, fool, you ever get wet?
Yeah, exactly. Comes with the territory.
Why would you ask that?
Exactly.
You know? But anyways, Luck, you have a purpose, homie. You Popeye. God bless you.
God bless,
Give me a
homie.
prayer.
Find a church, homie.
I will. God bless.
All right, brother. Hey, you're on Hoodstocks. Last phone call. Talk to Popeye Ray, baby.
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Is this Casey's boyfriend?
Hi, this is John. I'm a dentist with Great Smiles Family Dentistry. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, John.
Great. I'm just calling because we're required by law to notify you if we notice any abnormalities with your dental records that could indicate a health risk.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us. You're live on Hoodstocks.
Oh, yeah. Sucky stomps. Sucky. Sucky. Sucky.
Yeah, she was sucking. It's fucking assholes, bro. We can't end it on that phone call, man. One last phone call. Let's go. Matter of fact, no, that was cool, bro. Popeye, it's been great, bro. It's been good. You have a good time, brother?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
I was saying, did I tell you I have to go to work, Holmes?
Oh, do you got to go to work? Oh, shit. My bad. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you work the night shift.
Sure.
What time you got to clock in?
I don't clock in till midnight, but, I got to go Mimi's for a while.
Yeah. Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much, dog.
Thank you for having me, homie.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
bro.
it,
We connected from here on out, bro. You know what I mean? We'll stay connected, and you know what I mean?
I got to take you to a fight, Holmes.
I'm down, bro. Super down. As long as I can bring my girl, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that goes without saying. Huh?
Yeah, she'd be happy about that. I take her everywhere with me, bro, these days.
right,
I mean,
that's right.
because she's my soldier, man. She like the way you got your lady, my girl the same way.
She your ace,
And she's a sweetie pie. Your wife will love her, but everyone loves my girl because she's the opposite of me. She's just super, just like easy,
likewise.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
your story. Once again, you guys go subscribe to his podcast. And
Third Man in the Ring.
Third Man in the Ring, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get. He got 20,000, man. Let's get
One
that.
word. Third Man in the Ring.
Yeah, easy work like that. All right. Well, shit. Thank you very much, Popeye.